What is Battle Court Jai-Alai? The world's fastest ball sport, and so much more. Jai-Alai is played inside a 3-wall court that measures just 120 feet long by 33 feet wide. The game is played with a hand-woven wicker basket called a cesta and a Jai-Alai ball. The ball is as hard as a rock, and it travels around the court at an average speed of 150 miles per hour. Players will crash into the sidewall or throw themselves onto the concrete ground without a single layer of padding just to get to it. Jai-Alai is like playing baseball if you had to catch and throw with just the gloved hand. And it's a rally sport, kind of like tennis, but much more dangerous.
Manny, there's a Karen Bradley on the move, breaking, he got there, blast the forehand, everybody out of the way, and Nicholas got hit by the ball.
Jai-Alai is played as a singles match or as a doubles match. The match winner is the first player or doubles pair to win 2 out of 3 sets played to 6 points.
Gaucheri up in the front court towards the inside. What a scoop!
What an amazing
by Douglas.
catch.
Gaucheri picks it up in the front court, whips it inside.
Right, another
one.
made. Did it
He
again.
made it.
2 times back to back. That's freaking crazy.
Here's Gaucheri, 2-all return. Douglas reaching outside. Powerful forehand at the feet is missed for the
Point,
win.
set, and match.
Point, set, and match.
That's
Douglas.
respect.
Every point rally begins with a serve, then the players alternate catching and throwing the ball. While a point is being played, the ball can hit any of the court walls, but it cannot bounce twice on the ground. Simply put, the object of the game is to catch one more ball than your opponent, or better yet, to fire the ball so it can't be caught. When a player cannot successfully return the ball to the front wall, then 1 point is awarded to the opposition and the next rally begins with a new serve. A Battle Court game day consists of 6 matches, and the team that wins the most matches wins the day. Pick your favorite team, doubles pairing, or singles player, and cheer for them all season long. Or up the ante and bet on it. Battle Court Jai-Alai allows for wagering on the matches, the sets, and each individual point. The ball is lethal, the game is lightning fast, and the action is limitless. This is Battle Court Jai-Alai.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Jai-Alai, live from Jam Arena. Tonight's game day will feature the Cyclones and Warriors. Let's begin with player introductions for tonight's game day. We will be introducing first the away team, the Cyclones. Out first, number 14, Stan. And number 4, Bradley. Number 43, Unda. Number 31, Hyro. Number 69, Enoaki. And the captain, number 17, Manu. And now the home team, the Warriors. From Miami, From Miami, Florida, number 22, Bueno. From Miami, Florida, number 48, Cabrera. From Tijuana, Mexico, number 60, Manny. From Marquina in the Basque Country, number 66, Alex. And the captain from New Haven, Connecticut, number 13, Douglas. And with that, the players salute you, the fans, and we are ready to begin tonight's game day. Now, with the introductions aside, I'd like to welcome everybody back to another Friday night edition of the Spring 26 Battle Court season. I'm Andrew Bleckman, joined alongside Stu Nyman to bring you tonight's contest between the Cyclones and Warriors, beginning with some singles tonight. Division II matchup. That'll bring out Enoaki for the Cyclones and Alex for the Warriors. Battle of the brothers to get this evening started.
Enoaki serves. The evening has begun. Here's the catch by Alex. Backhand to the inside. Forehand by Alex. Caught by Enoaki in the air. Backhand to the inside. What a shot by Alex. Read perfect by Enoaki. Enoaki with a lighter touch. That will score. First point of the evening goes to Enoaki of the Cyclones.
And a big opportunity for both of these players to get their teams off to a good start. You know, the Cyclones coming to this one a little bit better off in the standings. They are in 4th place, holding on to the final playoff spot with 6 points. The Warriors coming to this one just below them at 5.5. The only problem really for the Warriors is the Cyclones have 3 game days to play. The Warriors only have 2 left, so a premium on getting some points. And really, if you're the Warriors, you kind of need a win to stay in the mix.
That's an ace from the forehand of Enoaki on the serve. 2 points. So Alex reaching up with the right side. I mean, he has tremendous power on that forehand. Very confident. But that ball took a bounce deep in the service box.
Well, that's what Enoaki's thrown throughout his career with the serve. So earlier at the other facility, he wasn't really known for it. But here in singles, he's made his name and up there towards the top in terms of aces now.
What a catch by Alex. Big backhand follows. Passes. For Bote by Enoaki is hooked. First point for Alex of the Warriors. Alex takes over the serve.
And a big opportunity for Alex right here. He comes into this one with a 2-2 record in singles. This second group is very difficult. A lot of front quarters with a lot of talent. And then you have Benny, the only non-front quarter, who also has a ton of shots. So you're going to have a tough match day in, day out. And no exception here for either player.
Alex on the rebote. That kicks up. Floater. Enoaki's on it. Right up the middle. Alex has it. Alex powerfully looking to pass. That will score. Check. 2-2. Alex serves.
Well, you're seeing that become a factor more in singles now. You get the ball over your opponent's head, hit the floor, then the back wall. It's going to drop straight back down. That's what we've seen really all season. And right here in singles on full display early, both players executing it well.
Powerful backhand by Enoaki off the serve. Alex, rebote save. Nicely done at the side wall. Inaki's there. Inside policeman scores. 3 points for Enoaki. He serves.
And you see that time Alex committing hard to the 2-wall when Enoaki winds that up, shoulder level throw. He's got a few options. That's why Alex has to go out to the net. He can't play the inside and all the way out to where the judges are standing. Got to make a decision. Chose the wrong way, and it looks like it scores easily there for Enoaki. Now 3-2 with an early lead.
Excellent serve by Enoaki. Powerful forehand by Alex, goes wall to wall. Rebote 2-all. Alex takes off. He got it. Carom return will score. Well done. 3-3. Alex serves for the Warriors.
Well, amongst some of the great traits that Alex possesses is his athleticism and his foot speed. I mean, he got out there quick. And then what you're looking for here on the throw is where does Enoaki go? Well, his first step is back into the inside, which leaves this carom wide open. But he's not really looking there. You go for the carom, open it up, and it's going to score. Well done.
Enoaki with a powerful backhand. Rebote, that rebound off the back wall. Alex sends it. Alex will take that on the bounce. Forehand, straight back, chick check, scores. A 4th point for Alex of the Warriors. He serves.
And it really doesn't matter where on the court you hit the back wall. If you touch the floor first and it hits, it's going to drop down and you're going to get the chick check.
Absolutely. You're going to get a chick check. Throw it from one side, you're going to get a chula. It's a powerful backhand by Enoaki. Well thrown. Alex, forehand rebote to pass. Rebote left side, 2-all. Is out. A 5th point for Alex of the Warriors. Possible set point.
Enoaki going for a shot off the rebote. There really haven't been many opportunities in this match to catch it in the air and make a shot. Goes for it, pushes it just a bit wide. And here Alex is 5-3 with a chance to win this opening set. A good comeback.
Excellent catch by Enoaki off the serve. Rebote forehand. Enoaki cuts it off, catching it behind him.
Yeah, that was a tough catch. Lined it up beautifully.
A 4th point for Enoaki of the Cyclones. Alex still with possible set point. Enoaki serves.
So difficult to line up as it crosses the sidewall, and then you have the element where he's reaching back over his head, so it's even more difficult to control as it's coming into the basket. Keeps the set going. What a big play for Enoaki. Now 4.
Alex has this on the forehand. Big right side. Enoaki committed to the backcourt, makes the play. Rebote. Alex is on it, makes the save. Enoaki has it in the air. That will score crossing the sidewall. We're at 5-5 in the first set. Set point.
Yeah, Alex actually had an attempt at that ball. I mean, he went for it, moved up on it, but just a clean miss, and then the rebote was not there.
And a beautiful throw by Enoaki.
Yeah.
Placement on that was excellent.
Well, positioning, which allowed the shot to happen up there at the 2 line, which is, you know, if you can get it up there on the right side, you're going to do a lot of damage. On 5-5. Last point to decide the opening set winner.
Alex from the backhand. Enoaki overhead. Rebote to the outside hard. Enoaki will pass, coming back. Alex going for the save, does not have the play. A hard-fought set. First set for Enoaki of the Cyclones. 2 minutes go on the board. We'll come back out, play our next set. Pretty high intensity first set, huh?
Oh, absolutely. What a comeback. 3 straight for Enoaki. And he wins the opening set against his younger brother, Alex. It looked like Alex slipped a bit on that shot, though, as he went to throw it. Didn't open up as much as he wanted, and Enoaki made him pay. You know, that's what we said before. And even in singles now, it's so penalizing when the shot doesn't score to the outside of the court, or even a drop shot that doesn't score. I mean, it's really hard to stay in these points with, you know, prevalence of the chick-chack and the chula back here.
Here we are in the player's cage during the break in between points. See Enoaki there, taking his hand out of the cesta. Cyclones chock full of veterans. Enoaki and Hyro, among them.
And the Cyclones, as we said, I mean, coming into this one in 4th place. We'll give you the rest of the slate tonight. Then we'll take a quick peek at the standings. We got Enoaki and Alex getting us started. Then we'll go to Division 1 singles next between Manu and Douglas. Then we'll flip over to doubles, Division 6 between Jed and Bradley and Correa and Bueno. Then we'll go back to singles, Division 3 matchup between Hyro and Manny, and then 2 doubles matches to close things out. We'll see Jed and Unda against Correa and Bueno first in Division 5 doubles. Now, you did see Cabrera in the introductions. He is still out, but getting better, and good to see him in uniform and walking for the intros.
Absolutely.
And then the last match of the night will be Division 1 doubles. Enoaki and Manu will take on Douglas and Manny. So those will be the 6 matches in order. Just about ready to begin our second set here between Alex and Enoaki. And maybe we won't get it. We'll get you the standings really in between in the next set or after the match.
Alex serves. Our second set has begun. Enoaki advances to make the catch. Here's the backhand. Alex, 2-all. Stopped by Enoaki. Enoaki looking for that chick-chack. Gets enough of one to score. First up in the second set, Enoaki. The Cyclones, he serves.
Yeah, you know, Alex is really going for it. I mean, it's a lot of shots to the outside and hoping to just get one by Enoaki out there.
They just haven't opened. They haven't yet. They stay within the green, if you want to think about it that way. They don't hit the sidewall, the front wall, the floor, and shoot out to the screen.
Again, always trying to pass after they make the catch here off the serve. Look for Alex to keep it on the right side if he can, but that one traps him in the corner.
Enoaki down low, backhand from the 7-line, wall to wall. Alex looking for the rebote. Rebote saved by Alex. Big bounce inside. Scoop by Enoaki. Inside placement. Perfectly placed to score. Enoaki has 2 points and the serve for the Cyclones.
Well, tremendous catch to just set up that throw. He's moving up on it. It's a tough scoop. It's kind of a short hop. It's not really a traditional scoop, so it makes it a little more challenging. No problem for him on the catch. And then the inside placement, a little bit easier to control than the 2-wall. It scores 2-0 to begin this second set. Looking really strong.
Alex pulls that off the sidewall beautifully. Backhand follows. Rebote. Forehand by Enoaki. Ball's dropping. Alex makes the save. Enoaki all the way at the 2-line. The kill shot to the outside. Placement will score. 3 points for Enoaki of the Cyclones. In the second set, he serves.
And it's just that one throw that gets by Alex, and now he's scrambling towards the back wall, and he's got to make a save, but he can't get anything on it. That ball's dropping low. He's at the 10-line, so he just flicks it up. And what does Enoaki do? He moves up on it, makes an easy catch, and then he has so much court to work with up there from the costado, which is his, really his shot-making side, and he does damage with it. Alex trying to stop this run, and now 6 straight points for Enoaki dating back to the opening set. I mean, Alex up 5-3.
Alex from the backhand. Enoaki stops it at the 8. He goes deep from the right side, passing. Rebote forehand, powered back by Alex. Rebote up the middle. Enoaki's there. He's winding up. Gustavo 2-all will score 4 points. for Enoaki of the Cyclones. He serves.
Inaki's decision-making throughout the match has been great in terms of his shots. You know, he's been showing the inside the whole way, every throw to the inside. So finally, Alex is thinking, well, I may get one. He's going to not really creep too far out. And finally, Enoaki goes with the 2-all, and it scores easily. Keep your opponent guessing. Never really throw the same shot in the same location twice, and he's doing just that. Now 4-0 into this second set.
Powerful backhand by Alex. Rebote forehand. That took off and hit the overhead screen. There'll be no shutout in the second set. Alex has the point, takes over the serve for the Warriors.
Yeah, it escapes just a little bit out of the right side of Enoaki. It kicks up and out of play. We've seen that pretty consistently all year, and now in singles. See if that'll get Alex going. You know, unforced error, finally gets the serve back. This is a big point right here.
Powerful backhand. Rebote, that rebound off the back wall played by Alex. Caught by Enoaki. Rebote forehand by Alex. Enoaki to the 8 line. The ball's not coming out. Second point for Alex of the Warriors. He serves.
Yeah, and that's the same thing as that chick check. He gets a forehand rebote, even though it's off the back wall. The pass Enoaki are going to get the same effect in the backcourt. Floor, back wall, and right back down into the floor for that second point. Now another big one here for Alex. He can cut it to 4-3.
Enoaki sends the backhand. Enoaki on the catch. Gustavo inside. Scoop by Alex.
It's a good read.
Into the corner it goes. Enoaki makes the save. Alex advances, takes it on the right side. Drop shot, missed. Too low. 5 points for Enoaki of the Cyclones. Possible match point.
It's always very difficult to execute a shot the way that you really want to after making a difficult catch. And you saw Alex go down there low to try to pick it off the ground. The ball was kind of moving around in the basket, was rolling around, so you know he didn't really have it. And then you go for a drop shot, which requires perfect touch and finesse. Not too surprised to see it end up in the pad like that. You see it's moving around, and then he just hooks it. Yeah, I mean, it's a little short, and he knew it right off the throw.
Alex with the backhand that passes. Drops low on the back wall. Enoaki makes a save. Alex with a right side miss. Point in a straight set victory for Enoaki of the Cyclones, winning at 6-5, 6-2.
And the Cyclones, with a win tonight, would secure a spot in the playoffs, and they're off to a good start. Enoaki takes down Alex in straight sets. We'll keep it in singles, go up to Division 1. We'll see Douglas and Manu up next.
As soon as that highlight ball leaves the cesta, you can't blink because every second is packed with action. Keep up with the world's fastest ball sport all game day long with bets on the matches, the sets, and each individual point. Find your favorite team or player and get in on the action with DraftKings, the official sports betting partner of the World Jai-Alai League. The crown is yours.
Let's check out that game day score. Showing that win there by Enoaki to get the scoring started for the Cyclones. Enoaki making his way over to the cage. We'll hear from him in just a moment. And he's over there. Let's hear from Enoaki of the Cyclones. Enoaki, congratulations. Big win to get that match started and a big comeback for you in the first set. What was the key to those last 3 points and then a good run to begin set 2?
No, in the first set I was a little bit lucky. He was dominating the game. He's the fastest on the roster. I gotta take a lot of risk in my kill shot. in the end of the first shot, they started working. So that was the key.
Awesome, Enoaki. Great performance and a big win for you. Good luck in your next match.
All right, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we celebrate the World Jai-Alai League's commitment to giving back to our community through its impactful charitable program this battle court season. The Cyclones are proudly playing on behalf of the Spain-U.S. Chamber of Commerce. With Jai-Alai's roots tracing back to the Basque region of Spain, the Chamber strengthens business ties between Spain, the U.S., and Latin America while promoting Spanish culture and companies here in the U.S. The Warriors are competing for Debris-Free Oceans, a nonprofit dedicated to empowering communities to reduce waste and protect our oceans. Their mission ensures a cleaner, healthier planet for us all. Let's give a big round of applause to these two remarkable organizations for the vital work they do in our community. And of course, that was always part of the Friday nights, as these teams competing on behalf of some charities as well. And just about ready to begin this Division I singles match between Manu and Douglas. Manu 2-7 this year in singles play. Douglas, one of the top records in Division I. He is 6-3. Again, Douglas coming into this one riding a 3-match win streak. Manu, loser of his last 5. You know, tough for Manu in singles. One of the few backquarters in this group, along with Nicholas and Aratz. Tough matchup here against Douglas. Douglas did win the first of 2 matchups in this regular season. We'll see what he can do here.
There's the serve by Manu. We've begun. Backhand by Douglas to the inside. Manu, committed to the backcourt, goes to the corner to make the play. Powerful backhand follows. Douglas to the inside. Manu's there. Douglas makes the catch. Backhand from the 8, wall to wall. Rabote, that rebound off the back wall. Douglas has it on the forehand. Karam will score. Douglas of the Warriors first up on the board here in our second match. He serves.
Well, looking for Douglas to be aggressive. That's what he's been really all season long across his singles matches. Being 6-3 in his losses to Zuleika, Aratz, and 1 to Gaucheri. So again, he's beaten Manu earlier in the year. Happened in straight sets, and it was 6-3, 6-1. So expect an aggressive Douglas here with his team already down a match too.
2-all attempt off the Rabote. Fell short. That's a point for Manu. He serves.
And right back to it, you know, that's a very difficult Rabote to turn. It's right along the side wall, but he goes for it anyway, and it ends up in the pad. Douglas is okay with the risk. I mean, he knows he's going to give some away, but he has faith and confidence in his skills that he's going to prevail across, you know, 6 points or 11 if you need him in a set.
There's the backhand by Douglas. It passes to the back wall. Rotate forehand. Big bounce. Brought in by Douglas. Douglas goes powerfully to the back wall of Rabote. That rebound off the back wall comes out. Manu playing the pass. Cut off by Douglas on the left side. Light touch by Manu. Douglas has it, winds up, 2-ball to score. 2 points for Douglas of the Warriors. He serves.
Goes right back to that Costado 2-wall. Manu has to kind of, a very defensive Rabote save, comes out to the middle of the court, and then he's got to commit. We saw it in the first match. He can't defend the inside and the net. Chose incorrectly. Douglas takes a 2-1 lead. And look at this one, a big bounce into the corner. My goodness.
That's an ace. Big bounce serve. Give Douglas a 3rd point.
Well, that's
my.
one of the best executions we've seen on that serve all year.
No question about it. He's been practicing that all season long.
And there was about an inch of daylight between that ball and the choppa there. Needed
Up
every
high
bit
on
of
the
it.
front wall, absolutely,
Yeah,
just under the
every bit of
pad.
it.
Rebote forehand by Douglas. Scoop by Manu. Low, hard backhand, low to the back wall. Douglas saves the rebote. Rebote forehand, high and hard. Caught by Manu. Backhand from the 9 line. Forehand, Karam Rebote will score for Douglas. That's 4 points. And the serve, you know,
Wow, Stu.
he's actually, for some guys, that's a freak shot that happens every now and then. Douglas has been practicing this.
absolutely.
And I think he's brought it out every time he's played singles this season. I'd be curious to see if Rebote Analytics has that one. Because it's such a rare shot.
Not the first time we've seen it, and Douglas is really the only one that throws it consistently. I mean, it's you open up, you show your opponent what's coming, but that was just so well thrown.
Manu on the catch. Here's the backhand. Rebote coming in low. Douglas makes the save. Manu has it on the left side. On hard. Douglas takes that off the wall at the 8 line. Beautiful catch.
What a catch.
2-all. That is out. Douglas has 5 points for the Warriors here in the first set. Possible set point.
Yeah, I mean, Douglas has come out strong. I mean, his energy has been great from the first point. The shots have really been working, and his defense is unparalleled. I mean, you see it in doubles. He's got the highest catch rate of any front quarter, one of the top 3. And then here he is in singles, one of the top 2, nearly 95%.
Powerful backhand by Manu, wall to wall. Rebote for Douglas. Manu cuts it off. Backhand from the 9. Douglas to the outside. Manu to the outside. He makes the catch. Karam. Read by Douglas. Stopped by Douglas. The drop shot by Douglas. Ball short. Manu with 2 points. And the serve for the Cyclones. Still possible. Set point for Douglas. Didn't know. Did he catch the tip of his cesta on the?
I think it did. I think he did clip the net a little bit on the backswing. Yeah, that's what Douglas is saying. Yeah, you know, he gets a little cute with the finish here. I mean, he's got so it's right there.
Yeah.
There's just so many options, and with this, you know,
No, that
in this
can't
format,
happen. Yeah, nothing can affect
with
the
Manu
speed of
moving
that.
up,
Yeah.
all you got to do is send it over his head and pass, and you're going to win the point. And I think Douglas is. I mean, he knows. Still, though, Manu's going to need 4 more points to win this set.
Manu with a beautiful serve. Nice catch and return by Douglas. Rebote forehand by Manu. Will go wall to wall. Douglas for the rebote. That kicks up. Drops into a chick-chack to score. Point and set for Douglas of the Warriors. Winning the first set 6-2. 2 minutes on the board. Come back. Play our next set.
All right, so Douglas, you know, no harm, no foul there. You know, he knew it. He had a lot to work with, and 6-2. He's able to close out that first set. Always been a strong singles player throughout his career. This season, no exception. You know, a win away from making it 7-3, and all but one of the wins for Douglas, so would be 6 of the 7 wins, have come in straight sets too. I mean, only one match that went to a 3rd set was the singles against Arats, and he won 6-5 in that 3rd set.
Douglas does have this beast mode that we've talked about before. That you know, some players get locked in, some other players get distracted by something that goes on, and Douglas's ability when he is locked in, it's really hard to get him out of that spot. I mean, that forehand Karam Rebote that he's now actually worked into every game day.
Special shot making, you know.
Special shot in highlight. I mean, you don't see a lot. You don't see it in singles, and especially a guy like Manu, with a traditional highlight background is not ready for it.
Well, let's
Nothing
take
against Manu. It's just people don't throw it.
No,
So.
well, you're exactly right. I mean, it's not really a shot you're expecting to really have to defend. But Douglas seems to be looking strong. Let's see what he's got coming out for set 2. But let's take a peek at those standings. I said we're going to get to it between the set. A little bit late, folks. Sorry about that. So, yesterday, it was a 5-1 win for the Renegades over the Chargers. So the Renegades now play themselves into a tie for second place, and they're actually in second place because they have the tiebreaker over the Fireballs. The Chargers stay up there in first, but you see the Cyclones and Warriors only separated by half a point in the standings. This is a little more important for the Warriors in 2 senses. Number one, the Cyclones have 3 game days left, so they have a game day in hand even after tonight. But also, if the Cyclones win the game day today, the Warriors would be eliminated from the playoffs. So that is something that we have to monitor. With a win here or a comeback by Manu, to go down 2-0 early would be very difficult. You see in the standings as well, I mean, there is a possibility for a game day tie. A tie doesn't help the Warriors very much either. I mean, a tie would get the Cyclones to 6.5 points. The Warriors would be at 6 points, and the Warriors would only have 1 game day left. Again, not completely out of it with a tie, but Warriors really need to win the game day and win 4 out of these next 5 if they want to stay in realistic playoff contention.
Manu serves. Our second set begins. Douglas on the catch. Backhand. Manu from deep in the backcourt on the left side. Rebote. Manu's there. Rebote save at the side wall. Difficult play. Manu has it on the right side, midcourt. He goes deep, looking for the chick-chack. Comes out. Douglas with a 2-all. Lands in and scores. Douglas gets the first point of the second set and the serve.
Wow. More likely that ball's going to come out early in the set, and Douglas really makes him pay. I mean, what a 2-all that was. See how close he cuts it to the boundary, too? What a shot to get this second set started. And kind of got to be deflating for Manu, too. Thinks he's going to go up 1-0, and now it's Douglas with the serve.
Douglas commits to the backcourt. Backhand from the 10 line. Rebote for Manu. Powerful forehand, Rebote. Douglas on the catch. Rebote at the side wall. Douglas makes the save back inside. Tremendous catch by Manu. On the wall, Douglas makes the play. Manu from the 8. Rebote, that rebound off the back wall. Forehand, Karam Rebote lands in and scores. 2 points for Douglas. The Warriors, he serves.
Yeah, that's just ridiculous. I mean, you think it could get any better. Look at where he lands this one. You think it's going out, but it just drops inside the boundary. I mean, I don't know how many guys can make that shot consistently, and I think you could be looking at the only one.
And not tear their bicep? Not many. Fault, over serve. Second serve, must be good.
You have to throw that so hard.
I mean, that's the only way that it works.
No shortage of power from Douglas.
Here's the backhand by Manu. Douglas is there. Manu on the catch. Backhand. Lifted high into the backcourt. Rebote. Rebote forehand by Douglas. Caught in the air by Manu. Low and inside. Manu's there. Douglas on the rebote. Keeps it in play. Manu reaches up on the forehand. Sends it deep. 2-all. Lands wide. That's a point for Manu of the Cyclones. He serves.
Yeah, Douglas had the space that time. Just the 2-all got away from him off the throw. Looked like it escaped a bit and ended up well out of play.
So Manu taking off his cesta. Not sure if there's a issue. Oh, he's getting his shoe tied. There it is. Why tie your own shoes when someone's willing to do it for you, right?
Yeah. I've been waiting all these years. You know, sometimes I walk by you with an untied shoe. I felt like you get the hint, but
Not happening.
all right.
Sorry, Andrew.
It was the right time to bring it up. It finally came up 9 seasons in.
I'll be looking from now on. Excellent serve by Manu, but what a catch and return by Douglas. Manu up the middle, stopped by Douglas. Douglas winding up, powerful Costallo to the outside. Manu's on it, 2-all. With a light touch, it still opens too wide and is out. A 3rd point for Douglas of the Warriors. He serves.
Manu trying to slow things down. Douglas really trying to pick up the pace here. He got back quick with a purpose, and he's waiting for Manu to turn, and this ball's coming out. He's ready to serve.
Here's the backhand by Manu. Rebote by Douglas with a light touch. 2-all. That scores 4 points for Douglas.
Yeah. I mean, we don't have the numbers, but I can imagine even more than half of his shots in singles that have been winners have been off the rebote. I mean, beautiful shot making again, and it's from both sides. You can't feel comfortable either way.
Backhand 2-all. Douglas goes to the outside, makes the catch. Pika Karam lands out. 2 points for Manu of the Cyclones. Manu now has the serve. Douglas got there. He has a few different choices. He throws that well. I've seen him do it very well in front of this, close to the front wall, in front of the 7 line. From back there, certainly doable. We've seen Manny do it on a number of occasions. Douglas as well, but that ball just kicked.
It's a tricky shot.
No question about it.
Yeah.
Powerful backhand by Douglas. Rotate forehand. Douglas makes the catch. Backhand to the inside. Manu saves the rebote. Douglas moves in, has it on the forehand. Right side played straight back. Rebote save, 2-all. Douglas follows it. Drop shot, scores. Douglas has 5 points for the Warriors, and the serve possible. Match point.
Well, fortunate because Douglas was way out of position and he overthrew that backhand. So Manu has a chance at this rebote. He comes back. Look at where Douglas is, way up in front. He goes with the 2-all, but not enough. Good recovery, makes the catch, and then that's the time with the drop shot, scoring, and now within a point of tying up this game day.
Powerful backhand by Manu. Wall to wall, rebote coming out. Douglas, powerful forehand rebote, caught by Manu. Rebote saved by Manu. Douglas at the 6 line. 2-all for the win. Point and a straight set victory for Douglas of the Warriors, winning 6-2, 6-2.
And this game day is tied up 1-1 through the first 2 matches. We'll go over to doubles quickly. See Division 6, Jendon Bradley will take on Correa and Bueno. Take a look at some replays here. from that Division I singles match. A 2-wall there by Douglas. Got the scoring started. And then this one, what a highlight. The forehand, Karam Rabote scores. Just blasted by Manu. And then this is into the second set now. A low 2-wall. Wow. Yeah, that was the first point of the second set. But it looked like Douglas was just dead, and then is able to dig himself out. And then another forehand, Karam Rabote. Ooh, look at how close that one dropped to the line, but just in. Another 2-wall. Now Manu running back 4-1. Tries to make one of his own, and it just doesn't open up. Douglas takes a look, sees where Manu is, throws the drop shot, and it scores. 6-2, 6-2. Douglas takes down Manu. And ties up the game day with that win, 1-1 through the first 2 matches. We got Division 6 doubles coming up next. Of course, we will hear from Douglas, winner of that last match. As that Division 6 practice is ongoing, you know, that was a really huge spot for the, you know, we talk about the importance of winning this game day for the Warriors. You know, Douglas goes out there already down a match. If he drops that one and they go down 0-2, put themselves in a very difficult position. But Douglas has been delivering all season long, finishes up 7-3 in singles after that win. Let's hear from the captain of the Warriors. Congratulations, Douglas. We're talking about the moment there for you. I mean, again, down a match early in this game day, you go out there with a chance to tie it up, and a game day you really need to win. Talk about the pressure stepping out there in that moment.
Yeah, like you said, it was a big moment for us in the game day. It's kind of a make or break day for us, you know. We got to win today, and we got to win next week if we want to make it to the playoffs. So, you know, I went out there, I did my thing. You know, historically, singles has always been kind of my best game. So I went out there, played aggressive, and got the win. So hopefully Correa and Bueno can keep it going for us right now.
Yeah, and also, you know, historically, Manu has been really a tough matchup for you. How are you able to overcome that, to just step out there and now beat him twice in a season for the first time?
Yeah, you know, he's very, I'm always on defense when I play him. He controls the point really well. He plays at his tempo, and he likes to stay very deep. It's not good for me with my forehand Rabote. It's hard to pass lots of times out here. So I was making sure that I passed with my backhand, and when I had the opportunity to throw it, I threw it, and so I'm happy. Awesome,
Douglas. Congratulations. Game day tied 1-1. Good luck in your next match.
Thank you.
Switching gears over to Division 6 doubles. That'll bring out Jedden and Bradley. And they will take on Correa and Bueno. Jedden and Bradley 4-4 this season. Correa and Bueno 5-3. Now these two teams matched up back on, looks like it was March 11th, and that one was won by Jedden and Bradley actually in straight sets. Since that point, Correa and Bueno have actually been really solid, and that was the match that after that they switched the makeup of this team. Then Bueno went to the backcourt, Correa moved up front, and that's really been the best version of these Warriors. Coming into this one, Correa and Bueno have won 2 in a row. Bueno's been solid in the back. He's done it not only in this division, but also in Division 4 with Alex. And Correa, I mean, most notably, probably the most progression in the last few weeks of any player on the roster. He's looked really solid. Big opportunity for both of these teams again, and really for the Warriors, their season. See if Correa and Bueno can keep it rolling. That second win of the day.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to begin our next match. Jedden and Bradley playing for the Cyclones. Correa and Bueno for the Warriors. Jedden has the serve. Jedden serves. We begin. Here's a catch by Bradley. Hard throw to the inside. What a scoop by Bueno. Bradley on the catch. Rabote forehand. Escapes. It's out of play. First point of this match goes to Jedden and Bradley. Jedden serves.
Yeah, well, Bradley in this division is just so devastating with his power. And you see that one, the rebote just explodes off the back wall, comes up on Correa so quickly. The only place that he can turn it is to the outside and out of play. I mean, Bradley has the ability to take over a match like this and already showing signs of doing so.
Bueno moves in to make the catch. Hard throw. Bradley with a leap has the play. Rebote. Rebote forehand by Correa. Rebote forehand escapes to the outside. 2 points for Jedden and Bradley. Of the Cyclones, Jedden serves.
And this is a Warriors team predicated on backcourt play. So if Bradley can just blast it by Bueno and Correa's trying to track down these rebotes and off his footing all night, I mean, they're just going to struggle to put points up on the board. Already 2 for the Cyclones.
Bueno on the catch. From the forehand. Oh, Bradley up high. Fine play.
Yeah, he's trying to pass on that first throw, but he hasn't been able to.
Bradley again, way overhead. Hard throw. Correa's there. Backhand. Powerfully thrown. Stays on the wall. What a catch by Bradley. Correa now on the forehand. Juggling is the call. 3 points for Jedden and Bradley. Of the Cyclones, Jedden has the serve. Ball has to come into that cesta. It can roll, but it can't bounce. Backhand by Bueno. Bradley, tough catch there. Bueno now from the 8 line, powerfully. Rebote coming out. Jedden sets up. Jedden, forehand rebote, out of play. Correa and Bueno, the Warriors, on the board with a point. Correa has the serve.
Well, that shows you the importance of passing, especially in this division. Right with this ball, the way that it's just coming out on the rebote. I mean, Jedden and Correa are going to have trouble tracking it down when thrown at that speed. I think the strategy pretty clear for both sides. Get it over the backcourter's head and hope for the best. And a very viable strategy at this point.
Fault over serve. Second serve must be good. Second serve is good. Bradley has it. Correa gets in there. Backhand. Well thrown. Caught by Bradley at the 9 line. Interference ruled. The point will be replayed.
And Bueno moving up on that ball. Contact with Bradley in the backcourt. So they will get interference and redo the point. The important thing is Correa didn't make an effort to go for that ball either. If he tries to continue the play, he'll lose the right to request interference, but he'll get it granted in every case if you do just that. Stop. Still a 3-1 lead, though, for the Cyclones.
Fault over serve. Second serve must be good. Bradley on the catch. Powerful forehand. Passes. Rotate forehand save with the big bounce. Straight up. And scores. 2 points for Correa and Bueno. Of the Warriors, Correa's got the serve.
Well, Correa's been really good with the rebote as of late, too. I mean, doing just that, lofting him high. And this is going to give the backcourter trouble because he can bounce it up over Bradley. Before, he was doing it right along the sidewall, making the catch a little more difficult. But that is very intentional and well executed.
Hard serve by Correa, stopped by Bradley. Bueno on the forehand from the 8. Fine catch, hard throw. Ball tipped in the backcourt. We're tied up 3-3. Correa serves.
It took him a few points to get going, but then there's Bueno from the backcourt, placing one right on the sidewall, crossing on the way down to Bradley. Those catches are always going to be difficult.
Bueno takes that ball up high, puts it back inside. Rebote for Jedden. Bueno has it on the outside. Keeps it in play. Bragley's there. That ball goes off the frame of Bueno's cesta. A 4th point for Jedden. And Bragley of the Cyclones. Jedden has the serve.
Yeah, the ball's just coming in so fast. Sometimes we think it's in a place where it's really not. And right off the frame for Bueno.
His catching has been spot on.
Yeah, he's been solid all year. I mean, he's been such an asset in singles, going undefeated.
Bueno makes the catch off a hard serve by Jedden.
Ooh.
My, what a catch by Bueno. Passes the front quarter, big bounce. Bragley's there. Phenomenal catch overhead. Wall to wall, out to the rebote. Correa not able to make the rebote play. 5 points for Jedden and Bragley of the Cyclones. Possible set point.
Yeah. And if Bragley is able to pass with the right side, you see the reaction. It explodes off the back wall and the floor. So you got these front quarters scrambling just to make a save. I mean, Correa's not even looking at the front wall, just hoping that he can get a cesta on it and maybe flick it up. Cyclones have retaken control now. 3 chances to win this set.
Bragley makes a fine catch in the corner. Juggling by Bueno. Point and set to Jedden and Bragley of the Cyclones. 2 minutes go on the board. We'll come back out, play our next set.
Yeah, Jedden and Bragley take the opening set 6-3. It really looks like a good team tonight. I mean, just flying out of Bradley's cesta from the backcourt. And, you know, again, it's all about passing. I mean, it's just getting the ball over the opposing backcourter's head. In that case, get it over Bueno, force Correa to rebote. And again, the reality is, I mean, 2 or 3 of the rebotes were just missed. I mean, he couldn't even continue the rally. So, that, again, just powering it over his head, using his strengths, and they got him that first set.
Talk about strength. Bragley's season this year is just, he made the transition over to this court, and it's really just opened up his entire game.
And in a matchup like this down in Division 6, he can use his right side a little bit more than he can in Division 4, and that's where, you know, he can shine. The right side he's catching near 89%, and the backhand for Bradley is down closer to 82%. So, again, in this division, wind it up. The ball is not closer to the sidewall as much. He can just let it go.
And communication between Bragley and Jedden just spot on. 2 seasons now, previously on the Chargers, correct?
Yeah, absolutely right. Where they were the All-Stars in Division 6 last season, meaning they had the best record amongst all 6 teams. And maybe, yeah, I was going to say maybe they could do that. Well, there's a chance. They're going to need Gallo and Ben to lose their next match, and Jedden and Bradley need to win their last 2, and they could be all-stars again. Well, it starts with winning right here, though. Cyclones could go up 2-1 and really put the Warriors on their heels early in the night. And up next, you got Hyro and Manny in singles, where Hyro comes in undefeated at 4-0, and Manny's just 1-2. So, again, pretty big favorite for the Cyclones right there. See if the Warriors can flip this match around, win set 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, ready to begin set 2. Correa has the serve for the Warriors. Correa serves, our set has begun. What a catch by Bragley. Here's the backhand by Bueno. Bragley keeps it on the right side. High and hard to the back wall. Rebote coming out. Correa on the rebote, keeps it low. Crossing the wall, Bragley. Clutch catch. Bueno to the outside. Ball tipped as Correa was crossing the court. First point of the second set goes to Jedden and Bragley. Jedden serves.
And truthfully, it wouldn't have been much easier for Bueno. That was coming right at his feet. Would have been a tough scoop. Best chance was probably off the rebote, but Correa comes flying in, tips it. The Cyclones step out in front.
Bueno on the catch. Forehand, high to the front wall. Bueno, tough grab at the side wall. Big backhand. Rebote right up the middle. Jedden, beautiful forehand rebote. Correa gets in there, keeps it low. Jedden moves in. Drop ball. 1-1. Correa serves.
That's a little tricky. It's a softer floater coming into Jedden's left side, which again is not his preferred side either. Really have to see those into the basket, control it an extra half second longer, and that time cost him the point.
Bragley advances to make this catch. Powerful forehand. Rebote coming all the way out. Correa's on it. Does not pass Bragley. What a catch by Bueno on the left side. My, oh my. Rebote forehand stays to the inside. Bragley's there. Correa on the forehand. Jedden looks for the rebote. He makes the save. Bueno moves in, backhand from the 6. Back out to the rebote for Jedden. Jedden sends it. Rebote for Correa. Correa moves to the outside. Lays it up at 2-all. Lands out. 2 points for Jedden and Bragley of the Cyclones. Jedden serves.
A huge right side rebote by Jedden set up that point for the Cyclones. I mean, he goes 3 walls with it. Correa has to go to the outside, and he ends up having to save it with the left side rebote, which Correa does not throw a whole bunch. Jedden hasn't been involved early, but makes an impact there. Takes a 2-1 lead.
Fault. Over serve. Second serve must be good. Bueno on the backhand, powerfully thrown. Rebote forehand by Jedden. Thrown hard, but out of play. 2-2. Correa serves for the Warriors.
And that's been a common miss. These rebotes escaping to the outside and ultimately out of play. It's just been coming up on him a lot quicker than it has throughout the season, and that's to be expected. That's the miss.
Bragley on the backhand. Wall to wall. Rebote coming all the way out to the 2 line. Correa makes the save. Here's Bragley. Oh, what a catch by Bueno. Beautifully played. Bragley, great snag on the bounce. Bueno overhead. Powerful forehand. Bragley now down low. Another great catch. Bueno's there. Ball hits the back wall. Rebote for the forehand of Jedden. Beautifully played to the inside. Bueno's there. Backhand by Correa. Jedden calls for it. Gets out there. Makes the save. Correa's on it. Dropped it. That's a 3rd point for Jedden and Bragley. The Cyclones. Jedden has the serve.
Do you love the communication from Jedden? I mean, Bradley is in position. He's thinking he's going to have to go for an impossible scoop, but Jedden's yelling, "I'm here." He saves the rebote, and what do you know? Correa drops it. And they take the lead back 3-2.
Fault. Underserve. Second serve must be good. High bounce serve by Jedden, caught by Bueno. Bueno putting it inside. Rebote save. Correa, tough catch on the forehand. Big right side again. Ball coming out. Jedden looking for the rebote. Makes the save. Crosses in front of Correa. This one to the outside.
Oh,
lands out.
Goodness.
Fourth point for Jedden and Bradley. Jedden serves.
Well, I mean, it's another point where Correa's got it on his right side at the 2 line, and the Warriors don't convert. That time he goes for the placement shot. The space is there, just kicks it a little wide and ends up out of play.
Bueno on the catch. Here's the backhand. Powerfully thrown by Bueno. Ball kicks to the inside. Jedden's there. Wall to wall.
Wow.
Too high. Out of play in the backcourt. 3 points for Correa and Bueno, the Warriors. Correa serves.
Well, you don't see that very often, and
No, you
never
don't.
on the rebote, huh?
No, you don't.
He goes wall to wall and hits the net way back here. It tapers down a bit, starting at about the 8 line-ish, 8.5 line.
Ish is good.
Comes down about 10, 15 feet, and Jedden found just that little bit of the court.
Fault. Over serve. Beautiful serve by Correa. Nice catch and return by Bradley. To the outside it goes. Bradley's there on the run. Fires this one low and hard. What a catch by Bueno. Bradley now up high. Big right side. Rebote coming out. Correa brings it over the top. Jedden's there. Bradley on the catch. There's the backhand. Powerful forehand. Correa in and out of the cesta. It goes. That is 5 points for Jedden and Bradley here in the second set. Possible match point.
Yeah, and that's one that you'd really like to see Correa let go. Bueno's been heating up at the backcourt. He's made about 4 or 5 insane catches late in the second set. And you got Correa reaching over his head. It's a blind catch. It's very difficult to control. I think he already got called for a juggle on that too, and now puts him on the ropes here, down 5-3. Need this point to keep the match going.
Here's the backhand by Bueno, powerfully thrown. Jedden's looking for the rebote. Swing and a miss. 4 points for Correa and Bueno. Here in the second set, Correa's got the serve.
Well, there's one of them. And, you know, Jedden's been reliable throughout his career with the rebote. He's done damage tonight, a little bit risky, but he just couldn't get out to it.
Low hard serve stopped by Bradley. Oh, what a catch by Bueno. Back to the inside. Bradley gets in there, takes it on the bounce, brings it over the top. Bueno now from the 9 line. Karam. Jedden to the outside, makes the stop. Hard throw, 3-wall play. Correa gets out there. Makes the save. This ball's in play. Bueno stops that in the air at the 8 line. Back over the top, passing the front quarter. Bradley on the bounce. Correa in the air, on the fly, back to the inside. Bradley's there.
Tough one.
Bueno powerfully from the forehand. Crossing. Jedden for the rebote.
Wow. Oh, my.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're at 5-5 in the second set. So this is possible match point for the blue shirts. That's the Cyclones, Jedden and Bradley. Possible set point for Correa. Bueno.
A miraculous save from Correa's left side earlier in that point. It was a second we didn't know if that ball was going to stay in. It took a big bounce. The Warriors come away with it. Comes down to this 1 point to keep the match alive.
Rebote coming way out. Saved by Correa. Jedden's on it. Powerful throw. Rebote coming back out. Correa's on it again. Catch by Bragley. Bragley low and hard. Bueno in the backcourt makes the save. Correa on the right side. Stops it. Powerful forehand. Kicks in the corner. Jedden for the rebote. He's got it. Correa moves in, makes a fine catch. Bragley up high. Bueno from the 8 line. Jedden, rebote save. Big bounce. Bueno advances to make the catch. Low and hard to the inside. Scoop by Bragley on the left side. Rebote for Correa. Bragley, another fine catch at the back wall. Powerful forehand. Stopped by Bueno overhead.
Another great catch.
Bueno from the 10 line, right side. Powerful, powerful forehand. Rebote coming all the way out. Correa on the move. Cannot make the play. Point set in a hard-fought match. In straight sets for Jedden and Bragley, taking it 6-3, 6-5.
And the second win of the night for the Cyclones. More importantly, the second loss of the night now for the Warriors. They want to win the game day. They're going to need to win the last 3. Coming up next will be Division III singles between Hyro and Manny.
Yo, check it out. Another promo from Hard Rock Bet.
A Hard Rock Bet promo at the Hard Rock Bet party. That's so meta.
No, that's not meta. That's meta.
You think this is meta? This isn't meta. That's meta.
Hey, what's up, Meta?
Man, you're so meta.
Open the Hard Rock Bet app to see your new promos today.
Hey, another promo from Hard Rock Bet.
Now that is meta.
No, I am meta.
I don't even know which one is the real me. You're meta.
I'm not even sure what that means anymore.
Jai-Alai fans, it is time for Whack the Wall. The rules are simple. You get 3 shots for a chance to win $250. You start at the 2 line. If you hit the wall there, if you get the front wall, you get $50 and you get to move to the underserve line. If you whack the wall there, the front wall, you get $100 and move to the overserve line for a chance to win $250. If you whack the wall, the front wall that is. We got Frank here. Let's cheer him on. Oh. No, Frank, that was amazing, but you get 2 more shots. Let's cheer Frank on, everyone. Nice, that's a go. You get to move to the underserve line for a chance to win $100. All right, Frank, nice job. You won $100. Woo! Yes, that was amazing. And if you think you have what it takes, come on back right here, Gem Arena, next Friday. Maybe you're the lucky contestant that we choose for you to play Whack the Wall for a chance to win $250. Everyone in Jai-Alai, give a round of applause to Frank.
Well, great work again. How about that, Stu? It looks like back-to-back weeks we've had some success on the Whack the Wall contest.
Tryouts every Friday night live.
Gonna have to start to print out some contracts fresh here for the folks walking off the court.
Always have contracts ready to go.
Well, we got some singles coming up next, and you see the 2 players. It's Hyro and Manny ready to get the action started again. Hyro this season 4-0, so he's looking for 1 more win to complete a perfect singles season. Manny this year, he still has 2 matches left in the final 2 game days for the Warriors. Manny 1-2 so far, but one of the scrappiest guys in this division. It's never an easy matchup against Manny, and these 2 have been playing in singles dating back to year 1, like season 1 where they were in Division 2. They played some crazy back and forth matches, so could expect another one here. Again, 2 of the more consistent players that like to hang out in the back a little more in singles, but they'll throw some shots if they need to.
And Manny, of course, celebrating his 25th year here. Oh, and Hyro, professional Jai-Alai in the United States.
And now if the Cyclones, that meaning Hyro, can win this match right here, that would mean half a point would for sure go the Cyclones' way, and then they'd have a chance to win the day. Up next, the remaining two matches will be, of course, Jeden and Unda against Correa and Bueno up next, and then Enoaki and Manu against Douglas and Manny. That will be the finale. The ref has blown the whistle, and we're ready to begin match number 4.
Ladies and gentlemen, ready to begin our next match, a singles match. Hyro will serve representing the Cyclones, and receiving for the Warriors, Manny.
And what a moment this would be for Manny if he could win the day, tie it up at 2-2, and the Warriors could go on a run. Look, it's going to be tough. In Division 5, the Warriors are working with a sub. So, you know, it's Correa and Bueno, not Correa and Cabrera. But they've been dealing with that all season, just looking to win match by match and worry about the next one if they get there.
Hyro serves. Our match begins. Backhand by Manny. Taken in the air by Hyro. Check scores. Hyro gets the first point. With the first set, he serves.
Yeah, look, you just can't step out of the way of a forehand that's coming into the corner like that. You're going to see the reaction off the back wall. It just drops in and dies. You know, Manny, he understands. Will definitely adjust as they move through this match. But a big right side by Hyro to get it going, that's what Manny's going to have to deal with all match. He's going to trap him deep beyond the 10 line and force him to make some tough plays.
Here's the backhand by Manny. Rebote, that rebound off the back wall, played by Hyro. Manny takes it low, sends it to pass. That scores. 1-1. Manny serves for the Warriors.
Manny's got the power to pass too, and that one coming out a little bit more than Hyro was expecting. And early, you're going to see that. Later as the set goes on, probably not so much.
Here's Hyro on the backhand, wall to wall. Rebote, that rebound off the back wall. Manny plays it low. Hyro's there. Rebote forehand by Manny. Here's Hyro midcourt from the right side. Sends it straight back.
It's coming out.
2-all. Does not open. Stopped by Hyro. Hyro's carom will score. Hyro has 2 points. And the serve.
You like the aggressiveness by Hyro. I mean, he gets it on the right side, no hesitation, throwing a 2-wall. That really started last game day where we noticed in doubles, Hyro was more aggressive than we typically see him. The results haven't been Hyro-like in doubles. In singles, you hear the record. He's still undefeated at 4-0, but again, he's been developing the shots a little bit more, and don't be surprised if you see a few more caroms the rest of the way.
Here's the backhand by Manny. That clip. Hyro moves to the outside to make the catch. Hard throw to the inside. Manny looking up. Makes the save on the rebote. Rebote missed at the 6th line. It's a 3rd point for Hyro. He serves.
Yeah, Rebote coming out, hits the back wall in the air, so Rebote's going to come out. It's got a little bit of speed, too, as Manny's backing up. Just couldn't track it down.
Hyro with that meticulous serve preparation.
I believe they did a video on that a few years back. Fault over serve. Second serve must be good.
They're always cooking up some good content, Stu, so I'm sure they did.
Cooking up good content. I like that. The alliteration there is really good, Andrew. We had stepped away from alliteration for some reason, but that was good. I'm impressed.
We can always bring it back if you want. I'm sorry.
Let's see Hyro's second serve first.
We'll leave the comedy to TJ later.
Here's a backhand by Manny. It passes. Rebote by Hyro. He sends it.
Oh, watch this run.
Powerfully floating.
Yep. Yep.
Manny with control of the inside. Hyro's there. What a grab by Manny. That clears the overhead screen. Hyro for the 2-wall that scores. Well played by both Hyro and Manny. Hyro gets the point. He has 4 for the Cyclones.
It's just so impressive for Hyro. That's really not his game.
2-wall off the rebote.
He doesn't throw him catching it in the air. He doesn't throw him really ever. But this time off the rebote, it comes to him perfectly in rhythm. And the shot was there. It felt good, looked smooth, executed perfectly, and now builds it up to 4-1.
Manny on the catch. Here's the backhand from the 10 line. Rebote forehand. That ball came off the sidewall 8. Hyro up. That's a second point for Manny. He has a serve for the Warriors.
Yeah, and sometimes a tell for how much spin the ball has is how it reacts off the front wall. We saw off the front wall back into the sidewall came pretty sharply, so you knew back off the sidewall and into Hyro was going to be the same thing, and just ate him up a little bit, as you said.
Rebote forehand by Manny. Hyro advances, going for the scoop. Has a miss. 3 points for Manny. He serves.
And 2 quick ones and just a 1-point deficit now. This is the type of game that Manny likes to play. It looks like he's down and out, gets back into it, now 4-3, and he's always lurking, and you don't want to let him do that.
Fault.
Big serve.
Over serve.
That couldn't have been too far off.
Flirting with the over.
Yeah.
Flirting with that overserve line to get it as deep as possible. Hyro takes that off the wall beautifully on the left side. Powerful backhand follows. Manny's there. Hyro has it in the air. Forehand from the 7. Rebote left side. That falls short.
Wow.
4-4 is the score. Manny has the serve.
Yeah, a bit out of sorts now. I mean, we haven't really seen Hyro scrambling like that. He's trying to get himself out of a bad position there in the corner. Rebote comes up high, and you can't do a lot with it. Hooks it, ends up in the pad.
There's a backhand by Hyro, powerfully thrown. Manny stays with it, but cannot stop it on the side wall. That is a 5th point for Hyro, giving him possible set point.
And you're worried about everything else, and then you go back to the basics. Just put the ball close to the side wall, and that's still never an easy catch. 2 chances for Hyro to win set number 1 right here.
Good hard serve by Hyro. Here's the backhand by Manny. Wall to wall, Rebote coming out. Manny from the right side. Hyro reaching up. Fine catch at the 9 line. Backhand by Manny. Wall to wall from the left side. Rebote forehand. Rebote forehand by Hyro. Does not pass. Manny stops it, sends it deep. Hyro reaching back. Tough catch. Powerful, powerful forehand. Passing. Manny comes out. He will not make the save. Point and set for Hyro. He takes that set. 6-4. 2 minutes go on the board. We'll come back out. Play our next set.
So in the end, Hyro able to close it out 6-4. It got pretty tight there late, 4-4. But Hyro wins those last 2 points and the set. One step closer to completing that perfect season in singles. 2 players actually, Stu, went 5-0 already. You have Bueno in Division 5 for the Warriors, and Benetrix in Division 4 for the Devils. So Hyro looking for Division 3 to add his name to that elite group.
Both had great seasons, and of course we're talking about a seasoned veteran Hyro, 43 years old. Likes to remind me of that on a fairly regular basis.
Well, as a veteran, you know, it's all about the experience with Hyro, and that's why the surprises were a bit of a struggle in the midway point of the season, but he's looked really good as of late, and right when the Cyclones needed it. I mean, let's take a look. If you see where they are in the standings, you know, 6 points for the Cyclones, but they started off, I mean, they were close to the top really early on. The Cyclones with 2.5 of a possible 3 points across their first 3 game days. Then they lost to the Devils, but then they beat the Fireballs and Warriors. That took us about to the middle of March, and from that point, it was a little bit of a free fall at a point. Just 2 total points, and then back over here with Hyro in the cage as he's looking to win this one in straight sets. We've got a special guest.
We do?
Joining us once again, Stu, the comedian tonight, TJ Miller, joining us.
TJ Miller joining, and also a lot of money on this game.
Really?
What's the bet
too
tonight?
much money.
What's the action, or can you not share?
The action is Manny to win, and I'm on Hard Rock Bet, which we want to be kind of promoting, and they gave me a 10,000 times boosted payout. So I bet $50 if I win $550,000. But it's all, you know what? I have to tell you,
nothing about this.
It's not, it's all in carnival stuffed animals. That's it.
We're ready to begin our next set. Manny has a serve.
We're really excited. And, you know, this is, I'm excited. Look at this. And he caught it.
No, please jump in anytime.
Yeah,
absolutely.
This is all you.
Caught it.
That ball is tipped to the side wall.
That's okay. A big part of what I'm doing here, I'm saying that's okay. I blame that guy.
The guy in blue?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's tough. He's tough.
It's easy to just blame the wall, the lights, everything else.
I'm not going to do that. Manny, let's go. We're doing it. And he builds the wicker basket throwers.
You did your research. That is phenomenal. Yes, he does.
Yeah, when I played squash, I built the tiny little rubber balls.
Did you really?
Maybe you should reach out to him, Stu.
Whoa.
You don't.
Powerful backhand. Robote coming out. Robote forehand by Hyro.
Just pulls it. Hyro pulls it. Manny, here he goes. That's okay. That's okay.
That ball's hooked.
I can feel
2 for Hyro.
I can feel my wife, who's watching at home, concerned because I bet essentially our mortgage on Manny. And I want to say we don't have a house, so that's.
Well, Manny's scrappy. He likes to work his way from behind, so he's okay.
Yeah, because he knows.
Don't worry.
He's coming from behind. I like it. But this is great. It's so fun to be here, and what a great sport. I wish more people had an opportunity to see it live, but that's what the Miami Casino is all about, and the highlight at Jam Arena.
You got one of the best seats in the house back here with us.
Definitely the best seat as far as the play is concerned. No question.
It's very scary. It's the most dangerous.
And if you need earplugs, let us know.
It's the most dangerous sport in the world.
Robote forehand by Hyro. Here's Manny.
Manny hits
Manny is
outside.
in
Yes!
and scores.
Let's do it, Manny! He doesn't care. I've never had
I think you just got a salute from Manny, which is actually really rare.
Right.
That guy is like stoic.
Blasé reaction to somebody cheering for them again.
No, he can't hear you through the glass. So, I mean, but that is a quick salute.
So that's Manny. That's a
he's
lot
a quiet
for Manny.
guy.
Yeah.
Front wall. Side catch. Left
There's
side.
Hyro on the backhand. Robote coming out.
And he's going to pull. And then it is side. Oh, a little spin on that one.
Hyro powerfully from the right side.
Nice shot, Manny.
Carom by Hyro. Stopped by Manny. Manny flips it back in.
Keeping him on the side.
Hyro is all the way on the one line. Oh, what a catch by Manny. That's phenomenal play.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Manny!
You're inspiring him, TJ. Look at this. Now you got Manny saluting. I mean, he's not really a showman, but I mean, he deserves the applause from the crowd there, Stu. What an incredible point. He looked dead about three. He was dead 3 different times, and he won that point.
And I have to tell you, one of the things that people don't think about, and this is a squash sort of player's game, but it's the pass shot. So if you can move the player, closer to the front wall, to the side, and get a pass shot, that's it.
I mean, I'll tell you what, Stu. This guy's he's pretty good.
Strong serve, whipping it, and now that's a good rail shot.
That ball tipped on the inside. 3rd point for Hyro.
Why the fuck would I want AirPods? Can you say fuck on ESPN?
You can say whatever we've said.
Well,
worse,
I can't because whenever I get this huge memo.
Oh, I've said worse. What is worse? I don't like how loud.
The players have said, well, there's been worse on the show. Don't worry.
It is. I like you guys a lot.
Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. No, they've been sending me this psychiatrist for medication to make sure that I keep my verbiage appropriate for years now. And
well, we're in Miami. When you say medication, you mean cocaine. And here we go.
No, my person. No, that wouldn't work out well at all. No, definitely sedatives.
200 miles an hour, the most dangerous sport and the least watched. Manny pull. Oh, yep. And there we go. Another rail shot.
There's Hyro on the backhand powerfully. Robote coming out.
Here we go. Pulls it. Another rail shot. Oh, I see it. Wow. Back wall.
Robote forehand by Manny.
A little high.
Stopped by Hyro.
Yeah. Stopped by Manny. Here he goes.
Watch this one.
Pika Carom.
Moving him to the
Hyro grabbed that beautifully.
Side. Okay. He's going to
check.
Lucky
scores.
crack shot.
4 points for Hyro in the second set.
No. It's luck. It's just luck. I'm here. And also, fuck that guy. Sorry.
Manny appreciates the sport. There's no question about it. Seriously.
These are both great family men.
What are you doing Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday?
It's me, TJ Miller. Where are we at?
We got
Lance, you want to chime in?
Yeah, sure. I'll get in there. I like this stuff. Never seen this sport before. Looks similar to racquetball to me. Here comes a throw. Fast. Vertical throw. Didn't have much arc to it. A little more arch. Now I'm wearing earplugs. This is... Oh, yeah, I don't know what happened.
Great job,
Manny. Point for Manny.
Yeah!
He gets the serve.
I don't care what you think of me. I'm Manny all the way.
You picked the $5,000
on Manny to win.
Andrew, we're screwed as announcers.
This is like a Tuesday night in my household. I mean, I feel it.
Oh, that's great. I got another rail shot. Looking at the back wall. Oh, no, he's...
that ball is tipped. A 5th point for Hyro.
All right.
That's okay.
We're backed
up here.
That's okay, man.
Match point.
Okay. That's okay.
Got to win 3 in a row here.
I can see my mortgage just disappearing in front of me. This is a disaster. But
well, it's okay. Stu's got some space in his house.
I have to say something. This is the great thing about highlight. You never know what's going to happen.
100%.
And it's just so different than anything else. It's a great sport to watch. Here it comes. 200 miles an hour. And he catches it. And there we go. Rail shot. Not where we want it to be. He's whipping it. Again, back wall.
Robote 2-all.
Yes, that's what we're talking about.
Stopped by Hyro. Hyro on the carom.
Hold on. Come on.
That will score for the win. Point in a straight set victory. 6-4, 6-3 for Hyro. I'm glad you're enjoying.
This is the end of my marriage is what I'm looking at.
Well, we don't want that. We don't want that.
So deep. I can't believe it. I was so deep. Well, listen. This is America. If you're not in debt, are you even living here? That's how I feel.
No,
but I will say, I have really enjoyed the entire casino. It's been a blast. They've got automated roulette. I think they have craps, poker. But it's a great casino in a great city where I have lost an immense amount of money.
Amen. Thanks for joining us, TJ. Appreciate it. And good luck tonight.
It's just going to be so fun. And that's right. We're doing comedy. They have a comedy series after the matches. And it's just been, I'm so excited to perform. Thank you guys for having me.
Please, thank you for joining us in the announcers booth.
I always think it's fun to work with two guys where one of them has a drug problem and the other one isn't a lot of fun. It's been TJ Miller,
I hope to get over
ESPN 3+, Jai-Alai Miami.
Well, we'll take a look at that game day score here. 3-1 now in favor of the Cyclones after that win by Hyro. And of course, we got to clarify here, we are not part of the casino. There is a casino attached to this building, Stu, but he enjoyed a different part of the building, which we do not go to.
No, this is the Jai-Alai Fronton. This is the historic Miami Jai-Alai, and there's a casino somewhere in the vicinity, but no, it has nothing to do with us. We have nothing to do with it. We're just happy to be here. And glad that TJ enjoyed his time there.
Absolutely, good to have him. And let's take a look at some replays.
He had more fun in the announcers booth with us.
He did. Catch here by Hyro on the outside, goes with the carom. And it scores. Look at Manny there, a one-handed catch over his head, kind of a blind look. But look at Hyro here on the return. What a perfect two-ball that was. And 3-1, Cyclones have secured half a point with that win, and we will hear from Hyro very quickly before we get into our next match, which will be some doubles. Division 5, Jed and Unda will take on Correa and Bueno. Hyro over in the cage. Big win for you there, Hyro. Now undefeated in singles. How are you feeling about the way that season ended up for you?
Oh, pretty happy because, in doubles I didn't play really good. We started pretty good, but, last part of the season wasn't good, so at least in singles, I go perfect.
Awesome, Hyro. Well, you got half a point for your team on top of it. We'll see what happens in these last two. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome, guys. Bye.
All right, we got Division 5 doubles. Jeden and Unda ready to get the action started. They will take on Correa and Bueno. Remember, this is a sub in the backcourt for the Warriors. Bueno subbing for Cabrera, who's been out most of this season. Jeden and Unda 3-4. Correa and Bueno 1-7. There's a serve. We begin.
Powerful backhand by Bueno. Rebote coming out. Rebote saved by Jeden. Here's Bueno powerfully from the left side. Ball tipped in the backcourt. First point for Jeden and Unda of the Cyclones. Jeden serves.
I'll tell you, Andrew, I think, wow, they're going to trade me in for TJ, no question about that.
Well, they might.
They should. It's coming. I see it this week.
Excellent catch by Bueno. Forehand to the inside. Unda blasts the backhand. Oh, what a catch by Bueno. Unda again. Too many people in front of him. That's a point for Correa and Bueno. Correa has a serve. All tied up, 1-1. Unda on the catch. Here's the backhand. Bueno smoothly at the 9 line. That backhand clears the overhead screen. Jeden on the move. Forehand rebote. We have a swing and a miss up there at the 2 line. That is a second point for Correa and Bueno, the Warriors. Correa serves.
Well, pretty clear that the Warriors want to take Unda out of this match, but it's a dangerous game with Jeden's rebote. Jeden was really solid in that first match. We saw him do some damage. So, again, you can do that, but just know that he can go wall to wall and he'll win some points, too.
You're absolutely right.
Unda on the catch. Backhand, powerfully. Rebote forehand for the big bounce. Light touch. Unda moves in. Scoop by Bueno.
What a grab.
He passes. Unda for the rebote. Bueno calls for it. Cortada. Stopped by Unda. Unda blasts it back. Caught by Bueno. Outside placement. Lands just wide. 2-2. Jedden serves for the Cyclones.
You don't mind that at all if you're Bueno coming in from the backcourt. You got to take some risk in a match like this. Coming in as the underdog, season on the line, go for it. A couple inches away from landing a perfect outside placement.
That's an ace for Jedden. 3 points for the Cyclones.
Yeah, that got that ball bouncing around in Bueno's basket, caught it near the tip, bounced close to the hand and out of the basket in the end.
Excellent catch by Bueno off a fine serve by Jedden. Rebote for Jedden. Jedden winding up, makes the save. Here's Bueno, backhand from the 7, powerfully thrown. Rebote comes to the outside, Jedden's on it. Catch by Bueno. Goes to the inside, coming fast, Unda's there. Correa, what a catch at the sidewall.
Yeah, it really was.
Unda reaching way up high, makes the play. Powerful, powerful forehand. Rebote coming out. Rebote save. With a light touch, Jedden on the move, makes the catch. Rebote. Forehand. Unda takes it on the bounce, blasts it back. Scoop by Bueno. Rebote by Unda. Ball tipped. A 4th point for Jedden and Unda, the Cyclones. Jedden serves.
Bueno still, remains pretty hot from his last match. Remember, he ended really strong in the backcourt with his catching, and no different here early. Obviously in the end of the point, Bueno looks like the one that misses it, but he made 3 or 4 good catches to just keep him going and to get to that point. That was Unda's music plays here in the fronton.
Is that
Cyclones?
What that is?
Yeah, the Undertaker theme is the Undertaker.
Ball tipped off the serve. 5 points. Possible set point for the Cyclones.
I just thought we had a large bell somewhere in the building.
There used to be.
Well, that 2-minute
it was a
bell?
different sound, right?
The
Yeah,
2-minute
it was a little bit
bell.
of a different one.
There's a catch by Bueno. Bueno puts it back to the inside. What a catch by Unda. Unda just lets go of this one. Rebote coming all the way out. Point and set to Jedden and Unda. 2 minutes go on the board. We'll come back out. Player next set.
(6-2) winner for Jedden and Unda in that opening set, looking strong, and Warriors really backed up now. Gonna need to win these next 2 sets, and then the last match to come away with half a point and keep their season alive now. Let's check out those standings again. So now that we have a little more clarity on exactly what's going to happen today. So we know the Cyclones are going to move up, but with one more win in either of these next 2 matches, the Cyclones would move up to 7 points. The Warriors would stay put at 5.5. And with only 1 game day remaining, the most points that the Warriors would have would be 6.5, even if they won their final game day, which is not enough to pass the 4 teams that would be ahead of them. So in this case, Stu, they need a win.
Them out of contention, correct?
Absolutely. Them out of contention, and the Devils, for that matter, too. So
Andrew always has to simplify. And some folks, I think that's a joke. It's really not. It's really not. Explain it to me like I'm 12 or 5. In this case, 5.
So it's very simple. We would know if the Cyclones win this game day, we would know the 4 teams who make the playoffs. The Warriors and Devils would be eliminated, but it's just a matter of seeding.
Seeding at that point. Okay.
2 through 4 would be tied at 7 points, and then the Chargers right now could be caught. And then, you got the race for the #1 pick, too, between the Devils and Warriors. So still a lot as we head into the last week of this regular season next week. Hard to believe, Stu, it's the last full week next week.
Oh, it's amazing. Time has absolutely flown. Our
by.
first season at the Jam Arena, the historic Miami Jai-Alai.
See if Correa and Bueno can get it going. They need to right here.
We're ready to begin our second set. Correa has the serve for the Warriors. Hard serve, caught beautifully. What a catch. There's the backhand. Powerful forehand. That ball's tipped in the front court. First point of the second set goes to Jedden and Unda. Jedden serves.
That's such a tough catch up there in the front, just kind of stabbing at it. You know, at this power from Unda from the back and Jedden up there in the front, it's just been very difficult for the Warriors to keep up and handle it.
Unda on the catch. Here's the backhand. Bueno from the right side. And again, launches another one. Wall to wall from the right side. Difficult rebote is saved by Correa. Floater picked up by Unda. Bueno reaching up at the 9. Stops it overhead. Unda backing up. Comes up with the clutch catch. Bueno powerfully to the inside. Unda takes it in the air. A clip and a score. 2 points for Jedden and Unda in the second set. Jedden serves.
Just generates so much power when throwing that backhand two wall. I mean, Bueno took off. We've seen other times where players can get there in the air, but not with Unda's left side.
Cortada stopped by Jedden. Here's the backhand. Correa on the rebote. That scores, crossing the wall. Correa and Bueno of the Warriors on the board with the point. Correa serves.
Yeah, with those high wafting rebotes, they force Unda to make a decision. He's either got to back up and take it on the bounce or move up on it and try to catch it in the air. That time he kind of got caught, forcing a very difficult scoop and just couldn't make it.
Correa, what a catch with a leap. Powerful forehand. Rebote coming out. Jedden's on it. Hooked it into the pad, and the pad is bad. 2-2. Correa serves.
Well, that's why he's going for it up there. If he can pick that one off and send it to pass, you'd much rather see Jedden having to save a rebote than Unda picking one off deep with his right side.
Fault over serve. Second serve must be good. Unda on the backhand, launches this one. Rebote coming out. Correa looking for the rebote. Sends it back. Unda takes it on the bounce. Powerful throw, sidearm. Caught by Bueno. Unda advances, makes another catch. Right at the middle of the wall. Bueno handles it beautifully at the 8 line. Rebote. Bueno on the catch. Back to the inside it goes. Unda looking for the rebote. Fires it over the top. Left side. Here's Bueno. Unda calls for it. Sends it back. Correa diving save on the inside. What a play. Correa stops this bullet on the left side. Drops it into the corner. Rebote saved by Unda.
It's a good rebote.
And Bueno scoops one in the corner. Amazing play.
Yeah, better catch.
Unda makes his save. Big bounce. Bueno comes in. Powerful throw. Will pass Unda. Rebote. High. Stopped by Bueno on the forehand. Unda on the rebote. Coming right up the middle. Bueno makes the catch. Back to the inside he goes. Low runner. Scoop by Bueno. Bueno, another phenomenal catch. Rebote. Correa sets up. Powerful forehand rebote passing. Rebote comes to the side wall and scores. 3 points for Correa and Bueno of the Warriors. Correa serves.
Wow, I mean, Warriors went down 2-0 to begin this set. You felt like, well, maybe their season was coming to a close, but this run has really injected some life back into the team, and Correa has been a big reason why. I mean, one rebote crossing the wall, and that one again off the back wall ends up right on the side as Unda tries to play it. This could not have been placed any better, and now they've taken a lead.
Low backhand caught by Correa. Correa goes deep. Rebote to the inside. Jedden's there. Escapa. That is out of play. 4th point for Correa and Bueno. Correa has the serve.
Well, just got to stop the bleeding. It's 4 straight points. I mean, you're more susceptible to runs in these lower divisions that we've seen consistently throughout the year.
Fault over serve. Second serve must be good. Unda on the catch. Backhand. Powerfully thrown and stopped beautifully by Bueno. Bueno looking to pass. Stopped at the 10 line by Unda. Rebote forehand, crossing the wall. Unda comes out looking for it. 2-all off the court. 5 points for Correa and Bueno. Possible set point. Setting up a third set if they're able to finish it.
Yeah, I don't like the way that these points have gone for the Cyclones either. Unda looks a little out of sorts. I mean, trying a shot that we haven't really seen. I mean, stepping around one to save a rebote and then gets ace. Wow. Ooh,
Point and set to Correa and Bueno. 2 minutes on the board. Come back out, play our next set.
Boy, 6 straight points with the season on the line. That's the type of performance they needed from Correa and Bueno, and well, they deliver.
What a serve there by Correa there.
Yeah.
I mean,
sneaks one by. And the last time that, you know, they won with a sub in Division 5, the Warriors team was back on March 17th against the Renegades. So we haven't seen that I mean, only one time this year. That was the only win for this team. So if they can somehow come back and win this one, and then they're going to need Douglas and Manny up next to defeat Enoaki and Manu, and that's no, you know, that's no easy task either. Enoaki and Manu 6-1, and Douglas and Manny only 2-6. But they got to get there, and they'll worry about that when they get there. They got Douglas with the shots, so already won a match against Manu, so he's feeling good. And you never know, momentum is a real thing. And there you see Douglas,
who's very much locked in before.
Yeah, he's just hoping he gets an opportunity.
And Bueno and Correa have just been playing better and better. Unda and Jedden looking a little dejected. No reason to. I mean, they've been, for the most part, on top of it. Unda, you know, have a little bit of a wild 2-wall. That didn't work. Missed the ace. Jedden had a rebote that went into the pad. Apart from that,
yeah, we'll see what they do to try to change it up. I mean, it just seemed like Bueno was catching everything, and Correa was on all these rebotes, which he really wasn't in set number 1. I didn't like the way that it felt for the Cyclones, but, you know, we'll see if they can wipe the slate clean and come out there mentally strong in this third set. Cyclones win this set, they will win the game day. The Warriors win this set, they'll keep their hopes alive in this season.
ready to begin our third and final set for this match. Jedden has the serve for the Cyclones. Jedden serves. We begin with a fault underserve. Second serve must be good. Bueno advances to make the catch. High and hard to the front wall. Rebote for Jedden. Jedden on the rebote. It's a 2-all. Stopped by Correa on the outside. Powerful forehand. Unda on the move. Follows it well. Caught by Bueno. Bueno sends it back. Passing. Both players. And it scores. First point of the decisive third set goes to Correa and Bueno of the Warriors. Correa serves.
Yeah, with how much bounce this ball is having out there on the court, it's really difficult to try to play 1-on-2 now. And Unda's, he's out there to save the rebote, but then he's way out of position on the next throw. Just got to have a little bit of trust and faith in your front court of Jedden that he's going to make that save.
Fault over serve. Here's the backhand by Unda, powerfully thrown. Bueno, tremendous catch behind the 10 line. Unda again, powerful throw. Rebote. Rebote forehand by Correa into the corner, and it's scooped up beautifully by Unda. Rebote forehand by Correa over the top. What a play. That is going to score. Beautiful forehand rebote by Correa. 2 points for Correa and Bueno. He serves.
Yeah, it seemed like a miscommunication that time by the Cyclones as Unda was getting out there for the rebote. Jedden was trying to recover and cover up his space in the back. You just can't have that happen where neither player ends up going for the ball late in this match.
Rebote.
Oh, you can't.
That's going to be out of play. Third point. Correa serves.
And just can't get out of this rut they're in. I mean, it's now been 9 straight points for the Warriors. Not great body language, not good communication. It's just been long rebotes coming out over and over again, which the Cyclones have had no answer to.
Fault over serve. Powerful serve by Correa.
Oh,
that's an ace. 4 points for Correa and Bueno in the third and decisive set. Correa has the serve.
Well, yeah, Correa's always, I mean, going back to the beginning of his highlight career, he's always had this really, really strong, accurate right side. It's really working for him tonight.
Well, and he stepped up too. I mean, big part of this run now for the Warriors that's extended the last 10 points and make it 11 straight points.
Ace.
Wow.
5 points. This is possible set, possible match point for Correa and Bueno.
Well, looks like they will give Douglas and Manny a shot up next. Just need one more point.
And on the catch, there's the backhand. Correa keeps it on the forehand. Outside placement. Lands wide. There'll be no shutout in the third set. Jedden and Unda get a point. Jedden serves.
Yeah, and that's just a freebie to the Cyclones. You know, the Warriors have won every point just passing and playing conservatively. They want to finish it with pizzazz. You want to go for the winning shot. And you know, you could have just started the run for the Cyclones.
Bueno on the catch. Forehand from the 7. Keeps it high. Unda coming out. Fires it back. Bueno, perfect positioning to make that catch. Back again. Unda overhead has a tip ball. Point, set, and match for Correa and Bueno. Winning it in the third set, 6-1.
What a comeback to keep the Warriors season alive. 6-2, 6-1. Correa and Bueno win one in Division 5 as a sub-team. And that'll give Douglas and Manny a chance up next to tie this game day up if the Warriors can win it. But they'll have to take down Enoaki and Manu. That's coming up in just a few minutes.
Bradley on the move, breaking. He got there. blast the forehand. Everybody out of the way, and Nicholas got hit. Joe Sherry up in the front court towards the inside. What a scoop!
What an amazing
by Douglas.
catch.
Joe Sherry picks it up in the front court, whips it inside. Another one. Joined by our winners there, Correa and Bueno. Guys, what a performance and a comeback that was. I mean, you won 12 of the last 13 points to keep your season alive. How are you able to do it there, Bueno?
Honestly, it was just good communication, man, controlling the pace of the game. Anderson played great up there, man. I think the game plan was aggressively consistent, and we stayed aggressively consistent, man, and that's how we did one at a time. And Anderson played great, man. I'm just happy to be back there backing him up.
Yeah, and Correa, for you, I mean, the right side in the rebote was giving the Cyclones a lot of trouble. I mean, what is it about that side that you just seem to have adapted to so well throughout your career?
I'm just feeling more at rhythm. I started off a little cold, took me a little bit to get myself going. Once I got myself going, confidence went up, and just started playing.
Awesome, guys. Well, a huge win for you there, and see if Douglas and Manny can tie up this game day. Thank you.
Yep, go Warriors.
Gave him a chance. Now let's see the two teams competing in the finale tonight. It is Enoaki and Manu for the Cyclones, and Douglas and Manny for the Warriors. Now Enoaki and Manu coming to this one 6-1 and riding a 3-match win streak. Douglas and Manny coming to this 2-6 this season. Both of the wins for Douglas and Manny came against Echeverry and Aratz, who had the least wins in Division I doubles. But again, these two teams matched up less than a week ago. I mean, they played their last game day on Tuesday, April 14th, where the Cyclones won 4-2, and Enoaki and Manu won. So again, Douglas and Manny are going to need to flip that result here to end this game day in a tie. But if they do not, well, the Warriors' season is over. They will not be playing any further into the playoffs. They still have one game day left, but we will know the 4 playoff teams if Enoaki and Manu can win it. And they'll begin with the serve. Final match of the night.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to begin the final match for the game day. Serving for the Cyclones, Enoaki and Manu. Receiving for the Warriors, Douglas and Manny. Enoaki serves. We begin. Excellent catch by Manny. Here's the backhand. Manu's there. A bullet to the corner, and Manny stops it. Rebote by Douglas. Took off, hit the overhead pad. That's out of play. First point of this match goes to Enoaki and Manu of the Cyclones.
And extremely rare that teams see each other twice in the same week, but Enoaki and Manu beat Douglas and Manny 6-5, 6-2 just earlier on Tuesday. And this has been one of the strongest, if not the strongest, Division I teams in the history of Battle Court. They've only lost one match together in the regular season, and no better team to send out to win the day if you're the Cyclones.
Manu on the catch, backhand from the backcourt. Rebote. Rebote by Douglas, powerfully thrown. Caught in the air by Manu. Went in powerfully from the right side. Douglas is there. Backhand by Manu to the inside. Rebote forehand. Manu overhead. Manu now wall-to-wall from the right side. Douglas is there. He passes. Manny takes that in the air at the 8. Manny in the corner, keeps it on the forehand, brings it over the top. Manu from the backcourt. Robote, a rebound off the back wall, fired from the forehand of Douglas to pass. Enoaki's there. He sends it back. Robote, forehand by Douglas. Enoaki calls for it, makes a save. Douglas has it on the right side. Forehand played back. Enoaki in position to make the save. What a difficult catch on the bounce by Manny. Enoaki's there. Inside placement. Manny takes off. It scores. 2 points for Enoaki and Manu. Enoaki serves. What a aggressive play, man.
He was carving them up with the drop shots in the match earlier in the week, and he wastes no time going right back to it. Douglas has got to commit hard to the net, protecting the 2-wall. We saw how well Enoaki was throwing that early. And then Manny is really the only hope coming in from the backcourt to try to get there before the second bounce. Well strategized, well thought out, and perfect execution to get that second point.
Backhand by Manny. Comes to the left side of Manu. Robote for Douglas. He keeps it inside beautifully. What a catch on the side wall by Manu. Robote coming out, high bounce. Douglas is on it, sends it to pass. Enoaki sets up, left side, to the inside, Manny's there. Powerful forehand Robote by Enoaki. Douglas, forehand Robote for the bounce. Stopped overhead by Manu. Robote by Manu. Douglas cuts it off, went to cut it off, has a tip ball. 3 points for Enoaki and Manu. Enoaki serves.
Douglas apologizing to Manny, but look, that's his ball. I mean, if it's up high within his catching radius, Douglas has got to go for it and make a play. They're already in a 3-0 hole after losing that point, and the only way to dig themselves out is from Douglas's offense up there in the front court. He's got the skills, he's got the 2-wall, saw it in singles, he's just got to open it up. Again, with everything on the line here, I think you're going to see it sooner rather than later.
And he goes to the inside. Robote for Enoaki. Enoaki moves into position to make the save. Excellent save. Manny reaching up at the 10, brings it back over the top. Manu's there. Picava, big bounce, stopped on the forehand of Douglas. Catch by Manu. Robote to the inside. What a catch by Manu at the sidewall. Beautifully played. Manny over the top.
DJ thinks the point's over. We're still going.
Manny on the catch. Here's the forehand. Enoaki looking for the Robote, makes the play. Douglas sends it back. Manu's there. Robote left side. Manu on the catch. Big bounce brought down by Manny at the 10. Robote forehand fired by Douglas. Robote kicks out to the 2 line. Enoaki sends it right back to the corner, out to the Robote. Douglas makes a save. Ball's still in play. Manu's there. That ball's on the wall the whole way. Difficult Robote for Douglas. Took off, hit the overhead screen. A 4th point for Enoaki and Manu. Enoaki serves.
Yeah, and that one comes up on Douglas a little quicker than he's expecting, and it kind of escapes out of that basket and ends up just slightly higher than he wants, and it's in the pad, that overhead pad. There's been
Which is also bad, you know.
Very, yeah, equally. But there's been so few opportunities for Douglas that it's got to become frustrating. I mean, again, even if it's off the rebote, he's going to go down swinging at some point.
Here's the backhand by Manny. Enoaki, great catch, reaching at the 7. Manny in the corner, fearless on a great catch. Manu takes it in the air at the 9. Douglas coming all the way out. He makes the save. Manu makes the catch. Rebote. Rebote for Douglas. Manny, Enoaki comes in, cuts it off. Outside placement, out of play. A 5th point for Enoaki and Manu in the first set. Makes this possible set point.
At least you get the thought behind that shot from Manny. I mean, we haven't really seen anything from the Warriors. So even him from the backcourt trying to generate some sort of offense, although it's a low percentage shot. And again, you respect it, at least going down swinging a little bit more, but now it opens to 5-0. Cyclones have them right where they want them, looking to close this first set.
Fault over serve. Second serve must be good. Here's a backhand by Manny. Manu's there. Rebote. Forehand by Douglas. Floated up. Manu stops it at the 8. Manu on the catch. Here's the backhand from the 9. Oh, what a catch by Manu at the sidewall. Rebote on the inside. Catch on the forehand of Enoaki. Cortada stopped by Douglas. Douglas, placement inside, will score on the second bounce. No shutout here in the first set. Douglas and Manny are on the board with a point. Douglas has the serve.
And finally, just the tiniest bit of space to the inside. He gets off a drop shot that's very well thrown. Fake the costado, which gets Enoaki, well, goes to the costado, which forces Enoaki to go out to the net, and then he gets the throw off very quickly. That was well done, but need a few more of those if they want to come back in this first set.
Low runner, real low. Stopped on the forehand of Manny. Catch by Manu. Douglas looks for the rebote. Has on the left side. Keeps it safely inside. Big bounce brought down by Manu. Manny over the top. Enoaki cuts it off, winds up. Drop shot. Scores on the second bounce. Point and set for the Cyclones. Enoaki and Manu. 2 minutes. Come back out. Player next set.
Yeah, just one throw coming more up the middle than the Warriors would have wanted, and Enoaki makes him pay right into the costado, and you see Douglas looking outside. Manny not going to get up to it before the second bounce. 6-1, Enoaki and Manu take the opening set in what is our last match of the evening. And we were saying, Stu, just the final week of the regular season coming up next, the final full week of the regular season. So we'll be playing next Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Then the following week we'll be playing on Tuesday only. That's April 28th. Then we're off Wednesday, Thursday, and then it's the playoffs. How about that, Stu? Friday, May 1st, we have a playoff doubleheader. One playoff beginning at 3 p.m. The second playoff beginning at 7 p.m. And then we'll come back a week later with our 2 playoff winners for the championship, May 8th, 7 p.m. right here at Jam Arena.
What are we going to do with all that time, you and
I don't know, Stu.
We could sit here.
Watch some more highlight. Maybe do some work, Stu. We got to put those all-stars together because the regular season will be over. So, you know, we got some stuff to do. Maybe if you want to help me out with that, I'd be more than welcome to that.
Nah.
You've got some bigger plans. I know what you're working on. I won't
Delaware, here I come.
Yeah, Stu in the state of Delaware are going to be the best partnership in 2026. Not Enoaki and Manu.
Yeah.
We hope. So pretty clear now. Warriors need to win these next 2 sets to tie this game day. If they don't, the Cyclones will win and clinch a playoff spot. As for the tiebreakers, because if the Cyclones win, the Renegades, Fireballs, and Cyclones would all have 7 points. The Renegades would be ahead of the Cyclones, who would be ahead of the Fireballs. So in the event of a win, it would be Chargers, Renegades, Cyclones, and Fireballs in that order from 1st to 4th for seeding.
We're ready to begin our second set. Douglas has the serve for the Warriors. Here's the serve. Second set has begun. Manu on the backhand. Robote. Robote forehand by Douglas. Caught in the air by Manu. Manny lets pass to the Robote. Robote forehand. Enoaki has a tip ball mid-court. First point of the second set goes to Douglas and Manny of the Warriors. Douglas serves.
And you can tell Enoaki taking his eye off of that one, was scoping out the shot before he had the ball secured in his basket, and that's the result. Warriors getting up there first.
Enoaki picks the serve. Drop shot thrown perfectly to score. 1-1. Enoaki serves for the Cyclones.
Enoaki had about 4 or 5 drop shots in the first match earlier in the week, and again, dropping another one in here in front of Douglas and Manny. Such a long run for the front quarter, and Douglas is responsible for the outside too. He doesn't want to leave too much space there because he can get opened up outside as well.
Douglas picks the serve, sends the Costado deep. Robote coming out. Enoaki's got it on the forehand. Way outside. Douglas sends it. Scoop. Tipped. A second point for Douglas and Manny of the Warriors. Douglas serves. Yeah, that was all a little wild. There was lots of wildness going on.
Yeah, Douglas gets out there, throws it as hard as he can, but it hits the sidewall, the floor, and then Manu tries to scoop it up. Very difficult with that many surfaces.
Manu on the catch. Here's the backhand. Lou runner. Scooped up by Manny deep in the backcourt. Manu takes it in the air. Backhand. Manny from the 10 line. Fine catch. Manu's there. Low and hard. To the inside. Scooped up again by Manu. Manny, rather. Manny on the backhand. Manu at the back wall. Forehand. High to the front wall. Passing to the Robote. Robote forehand saved by Douglas. Enoaki reaches back. Makes the play. Robote for Douglas. Big bounce. Brought down by Manu. Douglas. Robote save. Enoaki with time. Too much time. Third point for Douglas and Manny. Douglas serves.
That wasn't just a wise-ass comment by me, by the way. So, literally, sometimes there is too much time. And as the ball's floating in, you start thinking about all the different things you can do. Drop shot, outside, and Enoaki can do all of them well.
Manu, low runner, blasted to the inside. Manny stops another one. Enoaki from midcourt Powerfully to the backcourt, and Manny's there. Manny on the right side. Rebote forehand by Douglas, picked up on the bounce by Enoaki. Rebote for Enoaki at the side wall. That's a beautiful save. Douglas takes it on the bounce. Karam opens and scores. A 4th point for Douglas and Manny of the Warriors. Douglas serves.
Out on this court, if you do throw it hard enough, this Karam will work away from the opposing front quarter as the 2-wall does. You see how it's opening up a little closer to the net? Love that Douglas has picked it up now, throwing a Karam from the inside.
Rebote to the inside. Manu's there, backhand from the 7. Along the wall the whole way. A beautiful catch, a difficult catch by Manny. Enoaki, the rebote in the middle of the court. Manny takes it on the bounce. Rebote left side. Manu's there. Douglas calls for it. Rebote, high and inside. Manu advances to take it in the air, backhand to the outside. Douglas to the outside. Rebote, fire to the inside and caught beautifully by Manu. Manu way up high in the corner. What a catch. Rebote, 2-all by Enoaki. Perfectly executed and scoring. 2 points for Enoaki and Manu, the Cyclones. Enoaki serves.
This is not really the time. You see Inaki's reaching back, goes 2 walls. Douglas caught a little bit flat-footed. You see how hard it is to recover and get going again. He tried, and that ball was bouncing up high, just out of reach. Keeps the set within reach now for the Cyclones.
Powerful backhand by Manny. Caught by Manu. Manu again, wall to wall from the left side. Powerfully thrown. Douglas stays with it, fires it inside. Oh, what a catch on the bounce by Manny. Manu's there. Backhand from midcourt. Enoaki on the left side. Backhand hard to the inside. Rebote forehand by Douglas. Will pass. Enoaki forehand rebote. Straight to the corner, and Manny stops it in the air. Manny again, fine catch. Backhand from the 9. Rebote forehand by Douglas right up the middle. Manu's on it. Sends it. Rebote coming out. Rebote forehand by Douglas. Picked up on the bounce by Enoaki. That ball is missed in the corner. A 3rd point for Enoaki. And Manu. Enoaki serves.
A non-suspecting throw, you know, just in the course of the rally. Get Manny backed up. Running out of space with the back wall, but one that you wouldn't expect him to miss. And just see how he responds. You know, Manny is, of these Division I backcourters, one of the lowest percentages of catch rates, and he is probably the streakiest.
Here's the backhand. Manu makes the catch. Backhand from the 9 line. Caught in the air by Manny. Manu calls for it. Backhand to the inside. Hard throw. Douglas is there. Enoaki reaching behind him to make the catch. Manny reaching in the corner. Clutch catch on the left side. Rebote. Rebote forehand by Douglas. Wall to wall. Inaki's got eyes on it. Sends it to the inside for the big bounce. What a catch by Manny. Manu runs up to take it in the air, rifles the backhand. Robote for Douglas, high and inside. Robote to the inside, big bounce. Stopped by Manny in the corner. Manny again, another fine catch. Robote for Enoaki, he makes a save. Douglas will take it on the bounce. Costello to pass. Robote coming out, Enoaki's on it. Big bounce to the inside, Manny's there, takes it overhead. Ball tipped, crossing the wall. That is a 5th point for Douglas and Manny here in the second set. Possible set point.
Manny dropped one on the previous point, makes up for it right here. Great rallies, and then forehand over the top ends up right along the side wall for Manu. Even one of the best catchers, you're going to see some misses along there.
Manu on the catch. Hard backhand. Douglas on the save. Manu wall to wall from the left side. Robote coming out. Douglas on the Robote. Kicks to the inside. Manu maneuvering. That is a swing and a miss. We will be moving on to a third and decisive set to finish the evening in just 2 minutes.
One last set tonight. And the last chance for the Warriors to continue on with a chance to make the playoffs in this spring 26 season. Pretty good performance, though, by Douglas and Manny with the season on the line. That's when the Warriors have been at their best today. Remember, Correa and Bueno dropped the first set of match 5, and then they won 12 or 13 points to come back and win that one. So very possible again here for this Division I team for the Warriors, which, again, 2-6 record this year. You say, well, Enoaki, Manu 6-1, they have a pretty good chance. But late in the season with all the pressures of the last match, and you know, of course, you know, these guys want to continue playing. There's huge bonuses if they make the playoffs. There's prize money for the individual matches. So there's a lot at stake here. And just because they're down, these guys are going to fight, and especially Manny and Douglas.
It's just not fun in games. I mean, this is, you know, this is how they earn their living.
So next week, the Warriors will be playing the Chargers on Thursday. The Cyclones will be playing the Renegades on Wednesday. And then Monday's game day will be the Devils and the Fireballs. A chance for the Fireballs to lock up a playoff spot if they can beat the Devils again.
Did you say Monday's game day?
Monday, I meant Tuesday's game day. Sorry, Steve. First day of the week. No. Sorry, Tuesday. You're right.
Every Monday through the end of the season, I have plans.
Don't worry. No. Tuesday's game day, Devils and Fireballs. As we said, but it may not matter for the Devils in the end of this because, you know, if the Cyclones win right here, we know who the 4 playoff teams are going to be. We know that it will be the Chargers, Fireballs, Renegades, and Cyclones. Just a matter of seeding and the order. And we'll determine that with these last game days in the regular season. Players tying back into their baskets here for our last set of the evening. Enoaki and Manu with control of that serve.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the final set of the evening for the highlight portion of the evening. First team to reach 6 points will win it. Enoaki has the serve for the Cyclones.
Yeah, right, Stu. Night's not over. T.J. Miller coming on after.
That's right. And then coming back to replace me, apparently, and which is okay. You want to hand the mic over to someone who, you know, adds something.
Enoaki serves. We begin. Backhand by Manny. Powerfully thrown. Manu is there. Manny keeps it to the inside along the wall. What a catch by Manu in the corner. Manny on the catch. Backhand from the 9. Manu advances to take it in the air. Rebote on the wall. Douglas makes the play. Manu has it midcourt. Back to the corner, out to the rebote. Douglas is there. He passes, forehand rebote. Enoaki's there. Manny, tough catch at the 10. On the wall, what a catch by Enoaki. Pulls it off. Rebote left side by Douglas, stays to the inside. Manu picks it up on the bounce. Rebote forehand by Douglas, caught by Manu. Douglas forehand rebote back to the inside. Manu picks it up on the bounce. Manu, low runner to the inside, scooped up by Manny. Manu hopping into the corner makes a difficult catch. Manny now from the 10 line, backhand. Enoaki to the outside, he makes the save. Manny's going to take this on the bounce, somehow came up with that on the right side. Manu is midcourt. Sends it deep. Passing out to the rebote, Douglas is there. Enoaki cuts it off. Ball jumped off the side wall and scores. First point of the decisive third set goes to Enoaki and Manu.
And these are two teams without a lot of third set experience this year. Only 2 of Enoaki and Manu's 7 matches and 2 of Douglas and Manny's 8 have gone on to a third set. So again, you don't really know what to expect strategy-wise, how they're going to adjust. And, you know, you talk about the pressures of this final set too. Everything comes into play with the season on the line. But I think with the pressure, you are more likely to see some different results and some upsets. Not that this would be, because at this level, there's so much parity. All these guys are so talented.
Fault over serve.
Across any 6 or 7 points, really. I mean, Douglas or Enoaki can go on a run. And you just got to get it at the right time if you're Douglas, and they can certainly win this match. That'll help.
Double fault. Loss of point. We're tied up at 1-1. Douglas takes over the serve for the Warriors.
And that continues that stretch of number of double faults we've seen this last week. A serve jumping off the front and side wall, a little bit tougher to control there, and backfires. Getting the Warriors on the board now in set 3.
Manu on the catch. Here's the backhand. Manny's there. Manny from the 9 line. Stays on the inside. Tough one. Manu makes the save. Douglas stays with it. Forehand play. Hard to the inside. Douglas calls for the rebote. Rebote forehand. Passes. Enoaki to the inside. Manny will take it on the bounce. Forehand. Rebote left side by Douglas. Nice and high. Manu is there. Low runner again to the inside. Douglas gets in there. Enoaki cuts it off. Backhand. Hard throw. Caught by Manny. Rebote forehand. Douglas midcourt. Backhand low and hard. Caught by Manu. Manu, tough catch in front of the 10 line at the side wall. Rebote forehand by Douglas, powerfully thrown. Enoaki now sends one back, wall to wall. Douglas wall to wall. Over the top, Manu stops it. Rebote saved by Douglas. Big bounce. Comes to the left side of Manu. That ball stays inside. Manu makes a save. Manny reaching up high to keep the point alive. Manu outside placement to score. 2 points for Enoaki and Manu. Enoaki serves.
Yeah, I mean, it was just a matter of time. There wasn't much threat from the Cyclones, so Douglas was creeping further and further to the inside. Well, eventually Manu noticed it, makes the catch inside, and you're least likely to expect the outside placement to come from there, and he lined it up perfectly.
Beautifully executed by Manu.
Again, what'll that do for Douglas the rest of this set? Now worried about maybe another shot coming that way, or is he saying, I'm just going to play this aggressive still, and if they beat me again, they'll tip your cap.
Fault over serve. Manny on the backhand, low runner to the inside. Manu's looking for it. He makes the save. That stays inside. Manny runs into position to make the play. Big bounce, stopped by Manu. Difficult catch. Manny has it at the 9 line. Forehand to pass. Enoaki save. Douglas attacks, takes it in the air, flips it back. Robote's going to the outside, way to the outside. Enoaki's on it, makes the save. Douglas is there. Hard throw, right to the forehand of Manu. Manu, beautiful catch on the left side, backhand. Stays on the wall. Manny stops it at the 10. Rotate forehand by Douglas. Stopped in the air by Manu. Low and hard by Manu. Robote coming out. Douglas makes the save. Bounce to the inside. Manu brings it in at the 9. Scoop by Manny. Enoaki on the Robote. Douglas calling for it. Big bounce, stopped on the forehand of Manu. Pika, big bounce, stopped on the forehand of Douglas. Cortada by Douglas, stopped on the left side of Enoaki. Hard throw by Enoaki, caught by Manny. Pika Robote actually brought down by Manny in a beautiful catch. Robote forehand by Enoaki. Douglas, difficult Robote at the side wall. Manu is there. Enoaki makes a stop, backhand, lower and harder. Manny advances to take it in the air, tough play. Powerful throw by Manu. Douglas on the Robote, little clip, scoop by Manu. Douglas makes a save on the inside at the wall. Low runner. Manny advances, catches it in the air. Backhand from the 7 line. Robote forehand to pass. Douglas will make the save, keeps it alive. Enoaki up at the 2 line, rifling it outside to score. What a point played by all 4 players. Enoaki and Manu get the point. 3-1.
Well, Enoaki and Manu, they're like a team that can beat you on both sides of the ball. They can do it with offense if they need, but primarily they like to do it defensively. And you see just setting up throw after throw. They're willing to engage in these long rallies, and they're built for it with Manu and his big left side and his height covering the backcourt. And then if they need Enoaki up there, well, he's got one of the best costados too. That's what makes this team so tough to beat across a 3-set match. I mean, you could do it Yes, second set, 6 out of 9 points went the way of the Warriors, but to think you're going to get to 6 twice before they do, starting at 0-0, that is just a tough ask. Only one team has done it in the regular season in the last 2 years.
There's a backhand by Manny. Manu now from the 9 line. Hard throw. Robote. Robote by Douglas to the inside. What a catch by Manu. Manu on a backhand, powerfully to the inside, into the corner, out to the Robote. Douglas makes the play. Robote for Enoaki, forehand Robote, keeps it low. Manny makes the catch. Robote saved by Enoaki. Douglas gets out of the way. Manny brings it over the top. Enoaki takes it in the air. Robote right up the middle. Douglas fires it to the inside. Manu stops it. What a powerful backhand by Manu. Douglas forehand Robote, sidearm. Stopped by Manu overhead. 2-all. Will score for Douglas. 2 points for Douglas and Manny here in the third set. Douglas has the serve for the Warriors.
Well, a lot of these players get risk averse as you get into a third set. I mean, and in championship play, so worried about giving it to your opponent in an advantageous spot. I mean, Douglas goes for it. Yeah, it's not a great 2-all, but just because you throw a bad one doesn't mean you're going to lose the point. I mean, Enoaki can miss it. He can throw it in the pad. We've seen numerous things. Or the rally could continue and you're back to even. Best chance, and now they've cut it to just 1 point deficit.
Robote saved by Douglas. Passing Enoaki. Manu makes the catch overhead. Robote forehand to the inside. What a catch by Manu. It's the side wall. Manny now, backhand from the 10. Enoaki, Robote save. Douglas stops it. Reaching behind him, blasts the backhand, and Manu stops it at the 8 line. Forehand Robote. Light touch. Manu makes the save. Douglas, great catch. Here's the backhand. A bullet to the corner, and Manu is there. Douglas will play this one high. Big bounce is read by Manu. Manu for the 3-wall play to the outside. Manny reads it, stops it, keeps it outside. Enoaki's got it on the forehand, turns a carom to score. 4 points for Enoaki and Manu. Here in the third set, Enoaki has a serve for the Cyclones.
Yeah. Another opportunity off of one missed throw. Manny keeps it to the outside. You don't want to get trapped there. Makes the catch. You see that trying to late recovery by Douglas. He was looking maybe for a juggle, but you can see that ball maintained contact with the basket, but was rolling around in the basket, which is okay. Just can't lose contact.
Robote to the left side of Enoaki. He sends this one to pass. Douglas has to get back in there. That hit the overhead screen. 5 points for Enoaki and Manu in the third set. Possible match point.
I mean, Douglas was charging back into the side wall, was a little bit, I mean, he was way to the outside. Don't know the communication issue, out of position, not exactly sure, but he and Manny were talking after that point. And they're going to need 4 straight to keep the season going now. Already with one great comeback, but will they have another?
Powerful backhand, low runner. Enoaki calls for it. The 2-all is out. A third point for Douglas and Manny of the Warriors. Douglas has the serve.
Going for a quick 2-wall, came up on him so fast. It wasn't a bad attempt, just a little bit wide. That's been the more common miss, actually, the last week, as the players are hitting the wood more than we've seen. They're just opening it up too much.
Fault, underserve. Second serve must be good. Manu on the catch. Backhand thrown powerfully. What a scoop by Manny. Manu's got it. Backhand. Powerfully thrown to the inside. Rebote coming out. Douglas forehand Rebote. Passes. Rebote coming back out. Enoaki eyes on the Rebote. Sends it wall to wall. Rebote forehand by Douglas. Caught near by Manu. Rotate forehand by Enoaki. Wall to wall. Douglas looking for it. Plays it for the big bounce. Manu's got it. Rotate by Douglas. Safe play. Enoaki's on it. Backhand. Hard throw. Douglas for the rebote. Manu steps up to take it in the air. Powerful backhand. Low runner. Douglas. Difficult play. He keeps the point alive. Manu powerfully from the forehand. Manny makes the catch. Comes over the top. What a catch by Manu overhead. Big backhand follows. Rebote for Douglas. Catch by Manu. Low runner to the inside. Douglas looking for the rebote. Makes the save. Manu. Tough catch overhead. Enoaki makes the save. Douglas has it. Rebote saved by Douglas will fall short. Point set and a hard-fought match for Enoaki and Manu, winning it 6-3 in the third and decisive set.
And with that win, the Cyclones clinch a playoff spot courtesy of Enoaki and Manu, winning tonight's game day 4-2. We're going to hear from our winners over in the cage in just a few moments.
Yo, check it out. Another promo from Hard Rock Bet.
A Hard Rock Bet promo at the Hard Rock Bet party. That's so meta.
No, that's not meta. That's meta.
You think this is meta? This isn't meta. That's meta. Hey, what's up, Meta? Man, you're so meta.
Open the Hard Rock Bet app to see your new promos today.
Hey, another promo from Hard Rock Bet.
Now that is meta.
No, I am meta. I don't even know which one is the real me. You're meta.
I'm not even sure what that means anymore.
I'll take a look at that game day score. The Cyclones, well, they win the day 4-2, taking down the Warriors. So the Cyclones play themselves into that three-way tie. And as we said, we'll take a look at those standings a little later. Enoaki and Manu are over in the cage. Joining me after that win, guys. Congratulations, clinching a playoff spot for your Cyclones with that win. How are you feeling about that opportunity?
Sure.
For sure, going to the playoffs now. How are you feeling about that?
We happy that we know. We start very good the season, and we have like a moment, a long moment that was tough, but we never give up. We always try to fight, practicing to be better, and today the result is here, so we are very happy.
Awesome, guys. Well, you're able to clinch that win. You're going on to the playoffs. Good luck in your last two matches in the regular season. We'll see where you finish
and
up.
Thanks to the owner. Here, the owner right here. Thank you.
Awesome, guys. Let's take a look at those standings and see what we're talking about. So, That will be the case here. The Chargers in first place, and then you see a three-way tie for second. That tie is broken correctly up there. The Renegades ahead of the Cyclones, who are ahead of the Fireballs. The Warriors and Devils are now out of the playoffs. The Warriors and Devils both with one game day remaining, so even with that win, they would not be able to pass either of those teams ahead of them. We're going to have a great finish to this season, our last full week beginning on Tuesday, 3 p.m. for some more highlight action. We'll see you then, everybody.